look at you now. You're alive. Oh, look at
So while you guys are doing that, I'll kick it off. Welcome to D&D Roll For It, where a bunch of us nerdy, tired dads and husbands try to sit down and play some Dungeons and Dragons and have fun. If you haven't done so
Always
yet,
having fun.
go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's the best one because you get to see our videos and
our sponsor,
associates. Yeah, always fueling us with caffeine every night. Also on Facebook, if you want a little community with all 5 of us, we're there for you. So last time, the party was an encounter in the ruins of an ancient sand dwarf society. They were fighting against this Yuan-Ti that were called from what they learned from an ancient red dragon who was seeking some kind of greater power. And that power was coming from the lamp of a genie named Muanimo. The party was able to defeat the Yuan-Ti, and they were interrogating the genie at this point to find out more information and see if it's worth keeping him around to see if they can get some wishes, or to just take him out so that he can't do any more harm. And then whether or not finding that hoard of treasure was something on their list of things to do. Let me pull up what is it? The genie? No, what is it?
Oops.
Ifriti, right? Yeah, Ifriti.
Ifriti. Excuse me, man. Got the burps tonight.
Okay, so Muanimo is there on the bridge trying to negotiate with you guys. You have him at crossbow point. He's pleading for his life. Go back and watch that last episode. It was very fun banter.
It was.
And I think you guys are kind of discussing. You can go ahead and discuss amongst yourselves now and kind of see where you're standing with how you want to trying to bind this genie, or what you want to do with him.
I think this robot code thing or whatever, I think it's a great way of doing it. And and if we can bind him to that, it doesn't matter if he stays with us or if he leaves. If he's bound to that contract, even when he leaves us, he can't harm us, directly.
So he does that, the dragon summons him back, he goes back there. What prevents him from just doing is it so thorough that he's just locked in now, whether he likes it or not, or can he still choose to then form another contract with the dragon again?
Well, I don't think we're breaking the contract with the dragon. I don't think there's necessarily a contract with the dragon to begin with.
Got it.
I think the dragon just has the lamp, so therefore has the wishes.
Okay.
And from what we know, he has one wish left.
Yeah.
So the other threat is, if I'm the dragon and I'm evil, I make my last wish, I kill the djinn, no one else can get wishes.
Yeah. Probably happen.
So we're just getting a contract to get him back. We're just trying to get it. Right.
No, so this is just are we gonna out of character talk a while before we go back into character? Is that what we're doing right now?
Yeah, if you need some time for it. I'll be right over here. Literally can't leave because you took all my spells.
And I'm invisible and you can see me.
So we're basically making a contract to spare his life, right? Like if we let him live, it's either we let him lives and accepts the contract, or we kill him.
Right.
So if we let him
That's
live, we're basically saying he cannot, through action or inaction, cause harm to us.
The question is, will the power of the lamp override that?
Override
contract?
that.
Well, I mean, I'm a thoughtful person would say I would think that if the dragon were to make a wish that would put us in harm, that the wish would override the contract, because I think that because the wish is the preceding contract over our contract, right?
Yeah.
You just
Correct.
got subleased a genie.
Yeah.
I think it's worth doing just because, again, you know, I know part of it's story, but like, if 2 of the wishes resulted in everything that we just clapped, then, you know, he makes one more wish. We just take out whatever the result of that wish is. I think Carrie is very, very interested in having a wish or multiple wishes and the potential to be able to get back to his homeland. I think he doesn't right now see any other way out of it. You know what I mean? So I think he's pretty committed to having him stay alive.
Yeah, and then if you think about like the heroic idea, I mean, wishes very much can pretty much solve this whole shard conflict and issue. You know, a few correctly worded wishes, and goodbye shard conflict. Really,
As long as the djinn doesn't alter or manipulate him enough.
right? That which is yeah, like as long as we can word it in a right way that he doesn't alter it enough. But I think we actually have a kind of an arguing point here for him to remain our ally for as long as he can. Because I don't think he's not stupid. In the fact that the dragon makes a third wish, I don't see why the dragon would let him live.
Yeah.
Because after the third wish, he's useless to dragon, and therefore would eliminate somebody who could potentially make a wish to counteract the wish that he made.
When he makes the third wish, does the bond to the lamp, could he try to escape, or he'd be like, I make the wish, can't outkill him? I mean,
I don't
would he
know
be
the
able
answer to
to
that.
try and escape?
He could
I
probably
don't know.
destroy the lamp if he were to flee into that. The dragon could probably just destroy that. But
Momamino. Momamino?
Mornimo, yes.
Nemo.
Only my friends.
well, I think we're your friends now. We're saving your life.
Well, I hope so.
This is I got the one question. If the dragon makes one more wish, do you disappear? Are you gone, or can the dragon then? Are you still like there, bound to your lamp's location?
Well, I can put it in my carry-on bag and fly away.
Wait,
So he'd be able to escape probably pretty fast.
so you're saying that he makes his third wish, and now you have that ability to control your own lamp?
As long as I can get out of there in time without dying, absolutely.
But the this is confusing. Can you not do that right now?
No, the lamp's not with me.
But when he so like, why don't you go back and get it?
It's in Hundar's possession.
Who's Hundar?
Red dragon.
That's the dragon.
Oh, that's the dragon. Okay, guys, I didn't have my notes last week.
Oh,
I didn't have my notes.
Hundar's no dummy, you see, but he's also not super smart.
So
Would you think that the Hundar would kill you after making the third wish?
I would hope not, but now that you bring it
Do
up,
you do you have contingency plans?
my plan was to make him a god, and then he'd be happy and let me live. Well, not directly make him a god, because that's And the contract can't do that.
All right. So Emotep, let's. So what I see is we need to make the contract with him. Nemo. I'm just calling you Nemo.
I cannot say it either, Shane.
We'll be calling you Nemo.
MN.
Well, I suppose I don't have any control over that, so
MNM.
Momanino. Mona.
you can call me the Majestic,
Majestic.
I'll go with Nemo.
the Magnificent.
So we gotta make the contract with him, and we're going after the dragon.
After a long rest. I have no battle capabilities left anymore.
Well, considering the dragon's not on this island, I figure it's gonna take at least a day on a boat. We gotta go check on the boat, make sure the boat's okay.
That's right. I forgot. He is like an
Different
entire several islands away. I forgot about that.
Nemo. Has he shown up? Sure, guys. I didn't take any notes last week. Did he show us like where this island was on a map?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
open up Albert Rodeo.
Okay.
I'll pull up the map.
It's like the next island on our way, I think.
Yeah, it's just north. You're open up the big map. That's what we had open last time. It's right up here.
Okay, cool.
Scout it up.
All right. Who wants to? I think this is your thing, Crimson.
Okay.
Contracts and oaths and things.
So Nemo, we will make an agreement with you that if we let you live, you will help us to take out the red dragon, but you cannot hurt us directly or indirectly. We let you live.
I have no need to hurt you.
Well, I like the way you worded it. Read the thing though exactly the way it said. Nemo. So his full name, Nemo, must not hurt, not harm. Pernonius Philbaro. How do you say your name?
Members of the Hexhammers.
Members of the Hexhammers. There we go. Or allow a Hexhammer to come to harm through inaction. Nemo must obey Hexhammer's orders, except where those orders conflict with the first law. Nemo must protect his own existence as long as the protection does not conflict with the first or second laws.
I liked it when you called me Nemo. Go ahead and write that down.
We're gonna use his whole name.
We're gonna use his whole name.
Yeah.
And who are the Hexhammers? So that's you guys, supposedly?
Yep.
Our party members. We are all the Hexhammers.
You all are, huh? Okay.
We just put our names in there instead of Hexhammers.
We could still certainly be killing you now, if that's easier for you. If this is all a little too much to remember.
I think Dennis is alluding to the fact that Carrie wasn't a Hexhammer when we formed the Hexhammers.
That's true.
Just tighten
And
it up.
either was Imhotep.
But you are part of us now.
Yeah, we've gone through the rite of initiation.
I think where the loophole is when you guys created the Hexhammers at the Colosseum, you put Hexhammers and listed the people's names, and that became the Hexhammers. Do you have a document that has the members of Hexhammers on us?
Oh.
I don't think so. I think it's still. I think nah. So you have not added anybody to the Hexhammers other than the original group that started. That was at the Colosseum fight.
Not trying to help.
So
you,
me
but
and
also not trying
and
to
Carrie
destroy
are not
you.
part of it.
So you're telling me I got this tattoo on me for nothing, then? I'm not really a Hexhammer.
So Momo Nemo.
On the
Just
boat right over.
strike Hexhammers, put our individual names in there in the contract.
Yep. Yeah.
And we're good.
So you're telling me that I'm writing this contract?
Well, you keep contract right here. And then, so I figure you were the one writing the contract.
I smell I smell somebody who's written plenty of contracts in his time.
I don't write contracts.
Yeah, you sign them at least, don't you?
I might have signed one, but you're saying multiple, a lot. I mean, maybe one. And I signed it. I didn't write it.
Maybe we should call the author of that contract and see what he thinks of this contract.
Well, we could do that possibly if you want to meet him.
I mean, it is within my power.
That would definitely be an interesting.
I would have to
interesting
rest
conversation.
first, however, because I don't have it up my sleeve right now.
Which we don't want you to rest right now.
and as long as if we do sign this contract, as long as that doesn't cause harm to me by your actions or inaction.
I want you to include in this contract. I'm writing it, so here's my addition. Muanimo gets his cut of the loot. Equally split amongst all, however many of us hexagons.
I don't mind this, but a clause in there that Muanimo must be part of the planning,
Fight.
strategy, and fight against the Red Dragon. Must participate in the conflict with the Red Dragon.
You're gonna have to be earning your keep there, boy.
I don't hate this idea. I do need money when I retire.
It has gotta just be the most depressing thing in the world to be able to literally grant like cosmic wishes for everyone else and be like
Not for yourself.
poor. Yeah.
Okay.
That seems reasonable to me.
Let me write it up real quick. He pulls out a typewriter.
Carry wild shapes into an eagle to use eagle vision on this contract just to like really make sure there's no fine print. Kidding, I'm out of wild shapes.
Yeah.
couldn't even do it.
You see a little girl in the background says, "Read the fine print." All right. Here you go. Word for word, you guys told him to say, including his addition and your clauses to the loot and strategy and planning.
And
now, if you'll
participation in
just
the
sign
conflict.
here, he pulls out this really nice peacock feather quill. Dips it in
And
some,
I
dips
would
it in
like to take
this ink that's kind of thick and coagulated and red. Just sign right here.
It's blood. It's blood, of course. Yeah.
Can I roll like a perception check to make sure that he didn't do anything funky, or are we kind of just like assuming that, you know?
Well, that's what
Yeah,
I'm looking for right now.
I want to
Already
insight.
have-
Insight or
Just-
something,
just-
or read
man,
the.
No
You
one
guys got
has any
lawyers?
spells. No one has any
Yeah.
spells for like Zone of Truth.
I don't. And tomorrow, not right now.
Bows out.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Vin's out.
Oh, dude, come on! I have a +9 and I rolled a 2. Oh well.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
Tat looks good to me there. Tat's more than generous enough.
Give it invest.
Hold on. Don't
Investigate.
sign anything yet. I'm trying to see if I have.
I can't read apparently.
I'm
What'd
looking
you
to see if
roll?
I have any.
I rolled a 2 minus
What?
1.
Nice.
I don't have anything in here that can help
Wow.
us.
It's really dark in here.
Okay, Dennis, this is what I want to do. I take the thing and I read the writing. The writing, it says exactly what I want to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I then am going to roll an insight check, or rather an investigation check. Okay. Having had training in fiends, undead, and fae, which I believe he is one of those. Oh, he's an elemental, isn't he? Oh, that's right. Okay. Still,
Almost.
I'll still roll an investigation on it. It's the same thing as an insight,
Okay.
but I think this fits better. What I'm doing is I'm taking this paper right up to my face. I'm looking at the margins. Does he have fine script written in the margins between words? I'm going for, the Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen and how they get the they get the business card, and the fine script says if the he who puts on the pair of pants becomes Santa Claus thing,
Mhm.
it's the Santa Claus, right? I'm
Don't
looking.
you have see invisibility on too right now still? So like see
So if
invisible
it's
got the
invisible ink, how is that? Hold on.
Holding your lamp up that sees anything invisible.
oh yeah, that's what it is.
Does that reveal? Hold on. Does that reveal magic ink though? I don't think it does.
If it's invisible, I'd say if you see invisibility, then why not?
Well, yeah, you see invisible, but magic ink is not invisible. It's magic.
But so is magic invisibility.
Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they're in the lantern's bright light. So if there's an object, which I think ink or paper is an object, but what I'm saying is arcane script.
You think his typewriter is that good?
Yes.
Come on.
Dude, I don't trust these. I can't believe we're about ready to sign a contract that we are questioning right now.
We're just trying to help. We're just saying we're not going to kill him, and he's got to help us get the dragon. I mean, that's
Here we
basically we're just
go.
putting.
Oh my gosh.
And if he
I'm
messes
rolling.
with us, if he messes with us, we'll just kill him
Yeah, we already beat him once.
with like 8 other people on his side too.
I'm gonna use a point of lucky. Like I'm
Okay.
just feeling
This
lucky.
is important.
I'm feeling lucky when it comes to contracts, you know, having had my oath as a blood hunter being part of the oath I created here. I'm gonna burn a point of luck, and we're gonna re-roll this. Here we go.
Little LaCroix hibiscus.
11.
Hold on.
You got another point of luck to throw in there?
Yeah, I have one more point. Might as well. I get him out after a long rest. So, one more point, man. I'm feeling. Here we go. Oh my god.
Dude, why can't we do this? This is just if he double crosses us, what
That's
all
our own
this
fault.
represents is that he's just that good. You know
He's
what I
just
mean?
that
Like,
good.
yeah, I mean this is what he does.
Yeah, I rolled an 11. Was my highest roll. All right, here we go.
All right,
Yeah,
what do you
as
think
far
you
as I
want
can
to?
tell, it's good. So,
All right.
who's signing the contract? Who does gonna be? Do we all have to send the contract, or is it just one of us to send the contract?
Each of you needs to sign the contract.
All right, I'll take the quill and I'll sign it.
I'll say because your passive insight is high enough, Carrie. You feel like there's something weird about his just going right to the contract and being, willing to sign this thing.
I mean, what can I do with that information though? I mean, can I roll an intimidate to like try to be like, do I even have intimidate? It's -1. I'm not intimidating. I'm still gonna do it though. I'm gonna.
What is your passive? What is your passive insight?
+9. Well, I don't know about how
What's your
passive works,
Your passive? Yeah, your passive insight.
I mean, my addition is +9. Oh, passive insight. Yeah, 19.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, I have a
I have a
20
passive
wisdom.
16. I have a
Yeah.
passive 16.
I'm gonna say, let me look a little bit closer at you here. I don't trust you, and I feel like there's something you're not doing here. Tell us now. And I'm gonna literally could have been. Actually, that's it, dude. On my screen, it's 17. Like I'm looking at the 17.
Imhotep,
But
you
I
have your
think-
crossbow out.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna give you advantage. With
Carrie
the help
trips
action.
over his
Carrie,
shoes as he goes. to
roll
do
another
this.
one. Let's see if I can give you advantage.
Yeah, can you imagine? It's like a leprechaun trying to threaten
For
you.
intimidation or for insight to figure out his
for
nonsense.
for the intimidation.
Okay. He catches onto him and acts like he caught him by the scruff on purpose. Ugh, dude. I mean, it's just like
Okay.
this is just it is what it is. The
It's not
dice
under a
have
10.
spoken.
It's not under
The
a
dice
10.
have spoken.
It's not
I mean-
under a 10.
You're reading this thing. We decided the Inkwood is invisible to show up. As you're going to write your name, you look closer, and you pull out the magnifying glass, and you get really close, and you get all the lenses out, and you got this massive magnifying glass. And you see an asterisk down there. You're like, what's the asterisk for? And you see up above the asterisk on Muanimo's name, where he signed. And it says, after the asterisk, it says, if any of the companions who signed here for address Muanimo as Nemo, this contract is void.
All right there, Nemo. I guess we'll be calling you by your full name. You could have just told us you don't like nicknames. There's no need to be all nasty and sneaky about it.
Wait, it's only the short name though, so we can call him whatever we want.
Correct. You just can't call him Nemo. Sign the paper.
As you start signing the paper, it pulls the blood from your own body. You feel this immense amount of pain as you take a point of damage writing your name into this contract.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Well, I'm unconscious.
Where you got 1 HP.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I would
That
have
would
been
have been funny
surprised,
though.
though. I wouldn't have
That
been
would've
surprised.
That would have been funny though. Like, I gotta sit down, guys. I don't feel
It's
I'd
like
have
in
been
Harry
good with
Potter
needles.
when Dolores Umbridge has them do the
In
whole
their own blood.
yeah.
Well,
He's like,
Mo
"I
and
don't
Nemo
do
should
good with
learn
needles,
about
guys.
I
I'm
must
sorry, I
not
gotta
tell
sit down."
lies.
Okay, well, that being said, you overcame my test. It was a test. I knew you guys would see that.
Do
So glad I
not
tested you.
Call him.
He who must not be named. We just can't risk it.
Yep.
No, isn't it just Moa Nemo?
Oh, we can. Oh, so it's Moa. Moa.
Muanimo. Munimo.
Moa.
Mua.
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 Moa. All right, perfect. Moa.
I like that less.
More Nemo.
Fine. Too late.
Okay, so are we getting out of this sandy crap hole or what?
Well, I want to take a sleepy time. I mean, is it better to sleep down here or sleep out in the dunes? I mean, Emotep, this is kind of your environment.
I would prefer sleeping in the dunes.
How far were the giants? Because can't we tell them like part of this
Ooh,
issue
we need
has
to
been
report-
resolved?
We need to go report to them, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea to report to them. How about we sleep first?
Yeah,
tell
I
them
don't
tomorrow.
remember how far away
But
they were.
I don't think
I
we
can
need to
create-
see the giants. Let's just go back to your ship and go to the island. Let's get this over with.
Oh, why don't you want to go see the giant?
Whoa.
It's not that I don't want to see them. It's that I want to go get this done. I want my lamp.
Well,
Oh, so
maybe the
we
giants are going to give us help.
The giants are our friends.
The giants don't sail. They're not going to the island for you.
But they're still our friends.
Are you sure they're your
Yeah.
friends?
We came here to take care of you for them.
Oh.
Remember, the giants said to take care of this problem, and
And-
they would.
By the way, so our contract was very good. We can do whatever we want to him. He just can't do anything to us.
That's true.
So, Mr. Moa, what you cannot harm us to the contract, we can still kill you.
Yeah, you sure can. But you won't because you want wishes, and I have wishes.
I do not want wishes as bad as I want to see freedom.
Or
And
not die.
freedom could be yours.
Or not die. But I would rather be sleeping on the dunes, where I can create a dune shelter for us in the sand, rather than say sleep down here where they sneak people lived.
All right, let's start hiking out.
All right, I'm at your command.
That's damn right, Char.
Can you fly us up this? I mean, we kind of broke a lot of the ladders coming down. Can you
Oh, we
get
don't
us
have any
out?
magic, do we? How do we get out of here?
If we take a short rest, I can fly us up. A giant eagle has a pretty good
Oh,
carrying
we have a
capacity.
carpet of flying, guys.
Oh yeah, I forget about that.
Yeah, we got a
And-
carpet of flying. So I just, we can't all fit on there, but we can put everybody on there, fly up. I come back down, take the rest of you, and fly you up. We can do it in 2 stages. We'll get up. We're fine.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Moonimo's just kind of hovering. I'll fly myself, thank you.
Okay, go right.
So you guys make it up to the dunes. It's probably only about noon.
We go look for the giants, or
I think
yeah,
what's that? We'll just stay inside the door here in the entryway, and we're at least protected from the elements, and we know there is nothing below us. And if anything were to come in, we would see it before they would see us.
Are we comfortable letting him rest? Because if he's gonna fight with us, he probably needs to be fully
Are you
long rested.
well? Are you comfortable that that contract is binding?
Yeah, I suppose I'm feeling like we did a pretty damn good job there.
Then I see no reason to fear him.
I mean,
All
I'm
right.
a very
Say, yeah.
nice genie. You'll never meet anybody like me. Never. No, never. You never had a friend like me.
How long you been waiting for that one?
Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so everybody hunkers down, sets camp up. Long rests.
Can we do? I mean, if it's noon, I can just do. I would go off, do some sword training, kind of do my exercises.
Well,
And
don't
time
forget,
before
we
we do
haven't
that.
slept for almost 40 hours, guys.
Oh, that's right. We've been awake. Nah, screw that. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. We've been up for a long time. So while
I'll take first watch.
it is noon. Okay. I mean, if we believe the
Okay.
contract that we wrote, there's no reason to fear him.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll take second.
When he takes first watch, I'm gonna let him take first watch, but I'm gonna stay awake and watch him the entire time. Just act like I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Would it be like performance or?
All right. Anything in the long rest, Dennis, or do we get it?
Now you guys are good. Go ahead and do your level up too. Muanimo
Okay.
tries to walk away. Tries to leave. He sees you guys are all sleeping up. Stands up and starts sleeping.
Does he actually do that?
It's not in the
Where are you
contract,
going?
right? So he's just like,
That's what it says. He can leave. He just can't hurt us.
Yeah.
We didn't tell him he had to stay with us.
But their part of it is though, if he wants to loot, he has to participate in the strategy and the conflict with the Red Dragons. So,
Yeah.
so he could leave as long as he returns to participate in the conflict with the dragon and the strategy. Then he'll get his portion of the loot.
Momonimo, you already leaving?
oh, I just figured I'm wait for you at the ship.
Well, I mean, if you want to leave, that's your choice.
I am actually I'm very interested right now. Why he's so scared of the desert giants?
I'm not scared of a couple of giants.
I mean,
In
some
which
all-powerful genie can't
I
handle
am-
a few giants.
I am at which
Just
I'm at which case I am actually very curious. I know I already clicked long rest on my character sheet, but we know that we have nothing no resources at all, so I don't need to worry about that. But now that before he has his magic back, maybe it is best we go find these giants before he becomes a real threat again.
how do you know I don't have my magic
Or-
back?
Or because you already told us that you need to take a long rest.
For a human, a long rest is 8 hours.
If-
For a genie, I meditate.
It has only been like an hour.
So no one rested.
No, because the minute we're all trying to fall asleep, right? And then Shane sees him try to leave, and we all wake up because we're like, Where are you going, bud?"
You guys should really sleep. and I'll go outside and keep watch.
I mean, unless you guys are against it, I think what he should. Momo Nemo, either you explain to us what's going on with the giants, or we all take a trip to find the giants together.
Let's go. Let's walk through the desert in the middle of the day. Nothing bad could happen there.
Shall we, guys?
Go with it.
I have already clicked long rest, but
Same here. I just know I don't have any spells. I have nothing. I have nothing.
yeah, I have nothing, and I was at 24 out of 59 hit points, so I can
And I
definitely.
was at 47 hit points. So I mean,
42.
That was unexpected. I expected to just leave here, and I don't want to see the giants.
Well,
because
let's do
they
it. How long
smell
is a
bad.
short rest? An hour?
yeah.
I'm just gonna lay back down. Momo Nemo, if you're afraid of the giants, we'll meet you at the boat. We understand. You just, you can't handle it. You can't handle it. And I just hunker back down.
He kind of snaps
I
his
take
fingers.
I
and
take
a
Crimson's
chair appears.
I
and he-
take Crimson's lead because I trust Crimson and I see what he's doing here. I take his lead.
I'll prove to you, I'm not scared of any dragons. I mean, giants.
Shit.
Well, we'll see you in the morning then. We'll see if you're really scared or not.
Okay. Good night, or good day, good afternoon. And he sits down, rests his head back, and just instantly goes out. You have to wake him up when the long rest is over.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't fall for the whole resting meditation crap. You shouldn't have. I actually have to take 10-hour long rest.
Wait, so he's not even long rest because after 8 hours we can just come around the door.
But you know what they say
So he's
about
like,
genies?
2 more
dreams?
hours, guys. 2 more hours. 2 more.
I'm reading my CR3 wild shape options.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I took 1 level of fighter this turn, this level.
All right.
Did you actually? Nice.
Yeah. So I'm multi-classing it into fighter.
You just want to get that action surge.
I 100% want that, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go Battle Master, so I get even more options in combat.
All right, Imhotep, you think you can find those giants again? I remember which way we came from, but
Or I can find us. I can find them. I'm sure they'll find us before we ever find them.
All right.
If they are like my people, you do not pass without knowing who's in your realm. I'm sure we'll start walking, and they'll find us. No problem. So we start walking to us.
All right. Making my way downtown through the dunes. You guys, I'm not going to make it any more difficult than it needs to be. The good weather is in your favor. You do the sand walk across the dunes the way Imhotep shows you, so as not to call the
Sandworm.
Yeah, the sandworm. And you crest one of the dunes, and you see ahead of you a clear lake, kind of surrounded by ridges of sandstone and sand rock. And at the end of the lake, you see on the eastern side is this cave mouth that looks like the face of some kind of creature with stalactites that come down and stalagmites that go up, and it's almost maw, like the maw of the drake, the way they described it. And in the mornings, you could imagine that the shadow would cast across the ridges, and that the lake would sit in the shadow of the maw of the drake. And as you approach and you get closer, you see along the cliffside on that eastern side, you see multiple tents and in canopies and things set up, and the giants are kind of laying about in the shade. And as you approach, you see Flay and a couple others beckon to you.
we make our way to Flay.
Austin.
Austin, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys.
I'm so glad I don't have to roleplay for you.
Hey, we'll catch you up real quick. It wasn't hard. We made a contract with Momo Nemo. Do not call him Nemo.
Long story
Don't
short.
even. Do not call him Nemo. Not even as a joke. The minute you call him Nemo, the contract we wrote is void.
Wait, what?
Yes. So we created a contract.
I'm gonna have to retcon this and watch it, but
Yeah, no, it's fine. So in the contract, we basically did the robot rules, right? That it was in the text, and then part of that also is Momo Nemo wants part of the treasure of the dragon as part of his contract. We agreed to that. As long he gets his share of the treasure, as long as he participates in the strategy, planning, and conflict with the dragon.
the red dragon.
Yeah, the red dragon. Yep.
Mhm.
So as long as he participates
No.
in that, he gets a share of a share of the portion, equally portion for share.
Only fair.
And then he tried to put a little fine script in there, a little asterisk fine script,
Invisible
and the
ink.
fine. Yeah, and that was written in invisible and super super tiny, and Carrie saw it, and in it says if anybody part of this contract calls Momo Nemo at any time, the contract is void.
You see, they were joking
So-
around about, hey, can we call you Nemo? And he's like, only my friends. And like, all right, we're gonna call you Nemo. And so he's like, I'm gonna try to sneak this in there. And instead of rewriting the whole contract, they just signed it. They're not gonna call him Nemo.
So do not say that.
Yes, yeah. And now we've all taken a long rest, so you can take a long rest.
Oh, good.
And
I might not be on for very long. I still have to write a talk for church tomorrow.
Oh, come
you
on.
know-
That's easy.
Oh, you know you can just do it tomorrow morning in sacrament meeting, sitting in the pulpit. Yeah.
Sitting in the pulpit, yeah, right. I have to lead the music. I'm also the chorister.
God.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's funny.
Anyways, and we left the ruins. We took our long rest, and now we just made it to the lake, the oasis, and the dunes, and we're about ready to talk to the giants. That really is all what happened. Like we took a while to talk about the wishes, things, and stuff like that. But
Cool.
You
we
see
determined
as
that
the
we-
sun-
Do you guys like my closet background? I moved my entire desk from out of our room into my closet
I love
smart
so I could talk and like be a normal
human being.
human being without being
Instead
like,
of-
okay guys, I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's go.
It was
You know?
ASMR. We could categorize our YouTube videos as ASMR because of you.
Yeah.
Oh, get that
Not
clickbait.
click it, not for kids. No.
I'll just rub my mic against my stubble. Pretty sure that's ASMR.
I'll make sure to slurp my drink every time I drink.
As it's getting later and the sun is starting to go, you see it's starting to cool off quite a bit. And you see, you guys took a long rest, so you guys will be coming in
Like
either really
8 hours
late
past noon.
or so it'd be getting pretty dark at this
Are
point.
we getting into the city
Yep.
now?
You're going to
The giant.
where the giants
giant
usually
camp.
go. So if you look
The
on
lake.
Albury Rodeo, it's like that oasis area
Oh,
to the northeast. It's starting to cool off, and you see the giants just walking out nude into the lake, taking a bath.
oh,
You see many wade into the clear lake, bathing and practicing precise movements, mimicking the few men in worship. So you see, like, there are men like doing all these like worship movements and stuff. They're like spiritual,
precise movements. I thought you were going down the.
No,
just
And the women-
schlongs hanging
the
out.
women of the tribe have powerful, athletic builds, while the men look much more frail and rough, with sand-beaten skin.
6-foot schlongs.
They're big.
Yeah.
Schlongs as tall as a human.
Ain't no
I
loincloth
think I'll,
covering that up.
I think I'll go find another place to take a bath. There's nothing wrong. I'm not shy or anything. I think I'll go somewhere else.
I don't think I've ever seen an Eldarin or any elfkin that is so rude.
Mm.
Carry wild shapes into a horse. Well, now I don't feel quite so bad.
A donkey unsheathed.
Yeah.
Flay approaches the group. Have you taken care of the problem in the desert?
Would he have?
Is Mo Nemo with us?
He is.
He's hiding behind everybody.
He's okay.
Yes, Frey. We have dispatched the Yonti, as well as the queen that seem to have been created deep within the dunes. And I point to Momo Nemo. And it seems that we have found one of the causes of the disruption here in the desert.
Hey, whoa, hold up now. It was not my choice. I was bound by the magic to grant the wish of the great red dragon. So although, yes, it was my magic, it was not me who caused these issues. So I'd please refrain from pointing any fingers. Thank you.
Anyways, Frey, we have bound him to a contract within our group.
Bound.
It's a contract. And
Contract.
When
and
you live in contracts, you should know.
and Frey, and he has agreed to help us as we attempt to slay the red dragon. Handar, right, Des?
Hundar.
Hundar,
Hundar.
my bad. Hundar. And anyways, is this the conflict that you were talking about? We wanted to make sure that everything is okay with you before we leave.
Yeah,
You did
I
us such a
don't-
good service of sparing our lives that we wish to make sure that you understand we'd respect you and your time and your people.
Yes, we saved you from a dangerous rock that was swooping in to devour you. I don't know
Got 'em.
anything about this red dragon. But if it was these snake people in the desert that were causing an issue, then thank you. You may stay here for as long as you wish, and as far as the ancestral grounds, you are an ally to us. And you may walk the desert as you wish.
Cool. Well, we appreciate the honor and the hospitality of your people. Pray.
Agreed.
We are doing a bath ritual if you'd like to join us.
I start taking my armor off. I'm like running for the lake. I'm like, this is gonna be
Butt
quick.
naked, just takes off.
I mean, I'm about ready. I mean, here's a group of giants who are welcoming us. Like, we haven't had a vacation in a while,
This is gonna be awesome.
right? I
Yes,
mean,
we
might as
have-
well have a vacation with a
we
bunch
have
of desert
sand
giants.
slug.
I mean,
We have sand slug drinks. We have fire beetle fillet. It is a delicacy among our people.
let's do it.
I'm trying it all. Tried it all. I'm going in like I am embracing every aspect.
Is loud. Hold on.
Touch sounds really good to me.
You take the sand slug.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Slimy, but satisfying.
It's satisfying.
I'll take some of that firebug.
It's spicy, but you're fire resistant.
Ha! I can take that.
Yeah, I mean, Imhotep takes off his armor, tattoos. Once again, I'm just gonna kind of, I won't say it. They'll go on the length, but tattoos, a full sleeve of tattoos,
Back.
and normally covered by his armor, and it goes all the way across his breast and down his back. This crocodile tattoo of tribal and different symbols up and down his arm for a sleeve, and then across the chest are those burn marks that he does every time he kills a great beast, and you see a couple ones that are new burns that he recently has done after slaying the queen, and our more recent slayings that he added a few more recent burns to mark his kills.
You see Mooney will come over. So if you kill me, do you get a mark?
Yes, I would.
It's cool.
I forgot he was here. So here we are on vacation. We got this lawful evil Ifriti Jin just hanging out.
You see one of the other tribe members come over to Flay and kind of tap on the shoulder and whisper in her ear. You hear, problem the cave. I need to go resolve some issues, but feel free to come and go as you please. And they leave and they go towards the cave mouth.
Oh yeah,
The evening is yours.
bathing. I'm bathing, full on. I mean, is there something like strong that I can get a buzz?
Ah, yes. You see like this naked man just dancing like this. Yeah. And you see all the people in the bath like mimicking all of his movements. And they see someone come up with some incense or something. He takes a puff.
Oh yeah,
Passes it over.
this big old sticker.
This is the spice of our people.
I take it like as big, like to him it's like this,
Yeah,
right? But to me
like
it's
this,
like,
and you're like,
awesome.
no filter.
That was a great image, yeah.
You can't even get your mouth. It just blows it all in your face. Just
One breath.
Harry's
and you're
all
just-
about tats. Oh, the stuff of nature. That's what I'm talking about. And we're also all level 9, and like I feel like as we're washing away the grime of battle, and like you said, who knows the last time we really
Oh, yeah.
unwound. It's got to feel amazing just to feel the power grow as well.
Yeah.
how's
After-
the water? Is it cold? Is it warm? Or
Oh,
like-
it's like perfect. It's being supplied by some source underground, so it stays cool. But the hot sun during the day keeps it at a nice temperature. So it's it's like a nice 75, 80 degrees.
when I dive down, do you hit those thermal pockets? Go down, just kind of stay down in those.
When you go
thermal
down,
cool
it
pockets.
gets colder because it's coming from this like underdark glacier of sorts or some kind of, I don't know. It's weird.
I'm going to be swimming in the lake, and I'm going to be spending most of my time underwater, just enjoying the cool water as deep as I can go.
Yeah, I play, swim around, make sure I'm thoroughly high and drunk, just like Imhotep is
perfect-
just completely just enjoying himself,
You see
right?
him belching flames from the fire beetle kick.
Oh yeah, man. Like just having a good old time. And eventually, in this time, at some point, probably towards the end when he's not so high and drunk, he'll take his armor out and clean every single individual chain and every plate and just get every inch of grime. And he'll take his little hammers out and try to bend out any informalities, mend as much of the bends and the twists in his armor and things. So we're gonna take his, we're gonna probably take like a whole day here, right, guys? I mean, maybe even 2 days. We've got to wait for our ship, right?
Yeah, I mean, how long did we been? I mean, how long does it take me to fix the ship?
They said it
They
was
told
going to be a
us-
week, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Dennis, when you say a week, do you mean our week or do you mean a 10-day?
Or do you mean a business?
Not a
5
10-day
days?
and definitely business.
So 5 days.
You're not in the picture.
So yeah, 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days.
So now, was this a 5 days on a Wednesday? So therefore, we have a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and a weekend.
I think he came in on a Monday, and they're gonna get it out to you Thursday or Friday.
Wow,
Okay.
that's quick work.
Yeah, that's quick. So it's a Tuesday right now because it took us all day. We got there, we jumped on this thing and went straight out to the dunes. So it's a Tuesday night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
We're doing this. So Wednesday we'll clean up and we'll hit the road on Wednesday.
Dude, set the out of office. Carrie's flexing
Set the
his
out of
new
office.
Carrie's flexing some of his new wild shapes. He's just like swimming in the ocean as
Oh yeah.
some large unidentifiable creatures in the water.
We're taking a whole day just resting and partying. Is basically what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go I'm gonna go spend some time, like swim out to the middle of the lake, probably swim around, just like kind of like float on my back and just like meditate. And then I'll spend like another half of the day just practicing sword fighting, seeing what I can do. Maybe either watch the warriors if they do anything. Do they practice, or are they just going about like normal day-to-day life? Do they train,
Yeah,
or
you see
kind of observing their lifestyle?
You see the group that you've seen in the desert kind of take off, and they come back towards the end of the day. The next, during the evening, you see the men will actually stay back. There's one man will go out, and you hear his voice as they go out, and the storm starts picking up, and he's calling the storm and commanding the storm around them as they move. And you see the other men in the area just kind of like fiddling with like little totems and little tokens and things, and like grabbing like painted sands and things, and like just crafting just random little things. They're saying prayers, they're doing meditations, and they're just
I
kind
want
of
to
going
join.
about.
I want to join one of these men and be like, so what is this? Is this a god you worship?
Yes.
Can you teach me more? What is this totem? Does it bring power? Does it bring
Bone worm.
goodwill?
Bone worm.
The what?
Power. The bone worm brings
The
us
bone
power.
worm.
Yes. He's a guardian.
Who is the bone worm?
What is the bone worm?
What is the bone worm?
How is the bone worm? Better question.
Why
When
is the bone worm?
When is the bone worm? The Drax, nice dude. Drax.
These are the bone worm burial grounds. He points to the maw of the drake. Inside is where our people lie. Carving away.
Is there any way that I may have one of these totems as for my possession, that I may take as a memory of your people?
Okay. This one is nice. He hands it over to you, and you're like, it's rather big. It's
For him, it's a token. For me, it's like a whole like bust, basically.
yeah, literally. And it's got like a rope around it, like he might put on his neck or something. And for you, it's like a bag maybe is pretty big.
Yeah.
And it looks like a creature with massive. Massive. It's a little intricate little piece, but it's got these like bone plate kind of extrusions. What do you call that? Things coming out of it along its back, and this massive mouth with big teeth and a long tail, and it has arms and has big legs.
Knowledge nature. See what it was, or do we know?
Good.
Do they know by their lore?
Give a roll. They might call it by something else. They call it the bone worm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Natty 19 for a 25.
Carrie, you've never seen one of these. It's said that there is only one or maybe two that exists in the material plane at a time. Tarask.
Oh.
Oh.
They believe that their deity, the creature that gives them power, is something that hides within the earth and is of immeasurable power.
So their deity is a Tarask, basically. They don't call it that, but that's what it is.
Or at least it takes a form as a Tarask, or has taken form as a Tarask once. And they call the bone worm. You see him kind of
cool.
like carving this thing.
Thank you.
You still here? Any more questions?
I find your craftsmanship mesmerizing.
Yes, it's a sharp object against a soft object, and a soft object becomes whatever the hard object wishes. You see, just like when the wind blows across the sand must obey the power of the wind. And so we must obey the greater powers in our life.
That's some good wisdom.
Can I find Momo Nemo? More Momo Nemo?
He's just like he's just like sitting in the middle of the hot sun. Just pouting.
Momo Nemo, come, walk with me. Or float with me. What do you, I don't know. What do
He's
you,
cross-legged, starts floating.
I'm gonna kind of walk off. I wanna walk a distance away from people so nobody can hear and I look around. Momo Nemo, you seem to know quite a bit about contracts.
I know everything about contracts. Let's be frank.
You mentioned you know about my contract.
I know about everyone's contract everywhere in the world at once. I can pull it up right now,
Would
actually.
you?
He pulls up your contract.
You would happen to know about Moloch's call, would you?
Oh, of course I know about Moloch's call. It's an artifact.
What happens when you open it?
Oh, I'm not obligated to tell you that.
No, you're not obligated. Just curious if you would be interested in that item or if you would know more about it. Say,
Why don't
for
you
a
open
portion of my share.
it? That's a big portion. Big
That's a
share.
Well, I don't know how much portion. I didn't say how much of my portion. I said for a portion.
Is it like a small portion, like a kitty portion? Because that's
Depends
not.
upon what you tell me.
Tell you what,
You seem to know about this item.
Hundar has this painting of a gorgeous nymph, nude, of course. I want that, and I'll tell you what Moloch's call will do.
Is this painting
Pulls out a recorder.
magical?
No, it's just hot.
No, it's just hot.
It's just a painting.
Yeah, of a beautiful female nymph that I would like to have in my house.
I'm going to cast Zone of Truth. So this
Now I feel uncomfortable.
painting.
No,
That's
I
fine.
feel
If I
uncomfortable.
step 15 feet that way, I believe I don't have to answer your questions.
Yeah, you don't have to answer the question anyway.
Okay.
You don't have to answer the question.
Fair enough.
But if you are within the zone of truth, you have to answer truthfully.
And truthfully, I
Is-
always do.
That's fine. That's fine.
How long does
How
this
does he
last
say that?
exactly?
How does he say that is not truth? He's blatantly lying right now with that statement.
I never lie. I always look for loopholes, which is not lying.
What you hear might not be the thing you think it is, but it's the truth.
Also, I believe it's only when I'm
What?
asked questions.
So
You can
it's
tell
10
me when I
minutes.
lie, so you would be pinging right now.
What happens? I will give you this. I will not lay claim to the painting.
Or your allies.
I have no say over what my allies do.
They don't need it.
But
Just give
if
it.
it falls within my power to give,
I need the painting. Red one.
why do you need the painting?
Why does
What
anybody
does-
need a painting?
Well, I don't need a painting of a nymph unless it's a portal. Is it magical?
No. Yeah. It's
It can't do it. Is it a portal?
No. Yeah, it's portal.
Where does it go to?
Well, funny things about portals is that we don't always know where we end up after we enter them.
Well, obviously, if you don't know where it
It
goes,
takes
I
you
don't
to the
want.
bathhouse of the nymph goddess, okay? It's an amazing place. I want to go there. That's where I plan to retire.
So what and I'm gonna pull it out. What happens when I open Moloch's call?
I knew it.
You have it in your
sneaky
possession?
little paladin, you.
You have it in your possession and you pulled it.
You can't
I
resist,
think
can you?
I think I remember that you had put that in your pocket, but I think it's been so long we've breezed over it.
He snuck it off on the ship.
Tell me about Moloch's call.
Give me the painting.
I will give you the painting
All right.
if you tell me everything you know about Moloch's call.
Okay, let me pull up the item so I know exactly what I'm saying.
I love that he's like doing like business over here, and then meanwhile, Imhotep's high as a kite, talking to this,
Yeah.
talking to the shaman in his hut. And I was like, oh, I see. Sharp object, form new object. Ah, yes. As new object is formed, Imhotep is formed as new person.
It's Malbolge's call, by the way.
Malbolges.
Yeah. Formerly known as Box from Hell, formerly known as Moloch's Exile. Just so you know. That's a good detail to understand, because the small box made from a hollowed ancient petrified bark, the color pearlescent red and orange with feathered purple and silver lines running across it, hinges made of gold, and the entirety of the box seems fragile, but its enchantments are strong. Now, what happens once you focus on it for a hot minute? Through deep meditation, and you open that box, and you activate the magic inside of it. Well, everything and everyone within 15 feet of you, no matter what plane they're currently on, is ripped from the current plane of existence and takes you all straight to that box's origin on the infernal plane, Moludge. It's a beautiful, beautiful toy. And you know what's funny is that everything that is taken remains in place how it was in your world. So if you had a lamp hanging, it would still be hanging in midair. It's crazy.
So basically just takes everything within 15 feet and takes it to the infernal plane.
Yeah, don't do that in the ship underneath at the hull of the ship, because then there's a hole in the ship and the whole ship is going to go down. I'd recommend doing it in the desert. Actually, you should open it right now. Let me step back a little bit. Oh, fun fact too, you do have to wait a whole day to use it again. So if you get there, you just, hide out, buy your time, get back. So
How do you get back from the infernal plane?
You just activate the box. But
So
it takes a day.
So if I open it here, it takes me to the infernal plane. And after a day, if I open it again, it brings me back.
Mm-hmm. Not just that. Not just the infernal plane. A specific level of that plane. Where Moloch once held power. You don't know anything about this guy, do you? He just gives you magic and you're just happy. Do you even know what he's doing with you or what he plans?
No, I'm trying to figure that out.
What he's collecting?
We know it has something to do with the shards.
I might know what he's doing. I could tell you.
But will you?
Yeah, I will, because it's funny. So he's collecting all these red shards so he can gain enough power to once again take his place in the infernal plane, and not just stop there. He wants to come here to the material plane and take as many people as he can and turn them into lesser devils that will go with him to war on the plains of hell. It's a great...
Well, that's not really surprising. That's pretty classic for an evil god.
Well, he's not a god. He's an archdevil. But to your point, person who's not in this current conversation...
Yeah, Ben, he's Crimson's off by himself.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He is seeking Asmodeus's place itself. It is the heist of a millennia, maybe more. I've only ever seen something like this happen in like lesser planes of existence. Like there was this one time where this thunder god thought he was powerful, and then he was cast out and banished, and then all the other. Then the times of trouble came. And let me tell you, all the gods were walking the earth in avatar form, and that was confusing because I've got some pretty good power, so I had to hide. All of us Afridi kind of disappeared for a while. We actually just recently came back, and now I know why we were hiding, because people like to ask for everything under the sun.
Yeah, I bet you don't know. I mean, so, who was it?
I'm willing to tell you all this, of course, because you gave me that painting, and because contracts are my realm of expertise, and you're in one that you got to be careful.
What is it? Who was the lady?
Contract with Moloch? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, that's his patron for his warlock.
Okay.
I've got a speed dial here set. Option number 5. Just hold that down. I can get you on the phone with Moloch right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk to him? I bet you do.
There was somebody who was looking for the Moloch Hall that we met at the Beastly Beauties.
Do you have an item that you've carried with you for a long time? Anything precious to you that someone might have given to you?
I carry something that Laura gave me.
Alora,
What's it to you?
she's lovely, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Oh dang!
We'll get to that in a second. What does she give you? Talk about nymph pools. Alora.
Be careful. Remember, I can still kill you.
Oh. But will
But I like that. But I like that there as well.
You tell me what she gave you, and I'll tell you where she is.
She gave me.
Should have killed the E-Fiddy. This guy wasting Crimson.
You see Crimson over here just talking to this guy, and this head pops off. Coup de grace.
So what did she give me?
Dude, Emotip's like hallucinating over here. He has no idea what Crimson's doing.
Wait, is Crimson talking to Monimo?
Moni
Yeah.
Moni.
Yeah, by
Monimo,
himself, yeah.
By himself, okay.
Emotip's in a tent getting high and talking to a shaman.
Ah, nice.
It was like a trinket or some kind of souvenir.
It was. So I pull out. It's not very long, but it looks like silver blonde hair, and it's braided. This was her locket of hair that she basically gave me as a keepsake.
Not
I
what I
just put
was
it back
expecting, to be honest. Hair. But objects are funny that way, where they don't always appear what they really truly are. Then he kind of waves a hand, and you see threaded through the hair a ruby red lace. You know what's cool about shards is that they can be made into other things too. He kind of goes like this and opens up this whole like kind of like a vision almost, like just the air just changes around you. You can kind of see. It's like when in Star Wars where they're looking at like the galaxy and like looking at different systems and stuff. He goes and grabs one. So this one here, he pulls up a yellow shard. It's pretty, right? He smashes it in his hand, turns into dust. You can turn it into dust, becomes a magical component. And now it's floppy and string-like. and you can braid it into hair. You know that you were in possession of shards all along, and you're bound to Moloch by the same power.
So the braided hair is now turned into a shard.
There's shard like synthetic lace like material inside of the hair itself, like ribboned through the braid. You know where she got that? That's a whole other story. Let's find out where she's at, huh? He starts casting what is the spell?
Kind person. Or scrying?
Scrying, yeah. Starts casting scrying. You want to see this too, and he grabs your head, casts scrying, and you can see through his eyes. And he kind of, yeah, I guess because he can't scry into different planes. So he kind of opens up this like small window, and you guys can see through. So that bounty hunter was after her, right? The Orthon. Well, it didn't work out. You guys took him out. He never got there. But there is this chick, the Arrhenius. I think you met her before. She's been looking for Laura for some time to get the rest of this material that you've been hiding, this shard. Now, reason being is because Moloch, once he gets enough of it, will be able to use that to exponentialize his power.
But he needs the red shard.
Yeah, red shards are what he needs, yeah. Other stuff doesn't work. So the stuff that the other guys carry in your group, it's not good enough.
So they think that Alora has more of these shards, or more of this dust, or more particles? I mean, her family's good.
They have it in their heads that there's more of this stuff in her possession. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't see everything, but I can see a lot. Pretty powerful. I could actually leave right now if I wanted to, but that contract is pretty interesting. So anyways, bursting your bubble here. If you want to kill a devil, you have to go to his plane of existence. It's the only way. They'll just keep coming back.
Well, you definitely gave me lots to chew on.
Do your
Let's see
friends
if
know
I
you
can
have
use-
this box?
Probably not.
Nah, he's secretive with me. I have no reason to tell him.
Let me just put it back in my.
Except to stir the pot,
Okay.
of course, but I already do that without using the item to my favor.
You wouldn't happen to know where more of these shards are, would you?
Nope. Not the exact
No?
location. They're kind of scattered throughout everywhere. Usually, the avatar that walked the earth before and as a god, all that stuff during times of trouble. That's kind of when these all came to existence. Shards and pieces of those gods were laid here in the material plane. So if you know the history of, where some of these battles were fought, sometimes you can find those shards there. Sounds like they've been collecting quite a bit. I don't know what Laura has in her possession, but I'm sure that they'd like to get some of this from you. So they're probably looking for you for other reasons, but that's one of them for sure.
But Alora's not on this plane of existence, then?
Not as far as I can tell.
But he just showed me where she was, right?
Yeah, it's just like this room with a almost purple red like light coming through a window, and she seemed comfortable enough, but wasn't like a prison cell or anything.
Because she was the lady that we saw briefly in the Beastly Beauties, right? And then she got out of there.
That's the one
That
that's
was the
looking
one.
for Alora.
Hunting
Yeah.
her, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
But she doesn't have her. She's looking for her, so Alora's currently safe and hiding.
Oh no,
Oh, I thought you knew everything.
I know a lot of stuff. I know that
Lot of
she was recently looking for her, but I can't see everything currently. Just sometimes, like once a day. And I don't usually scry on that kind of stuff. You know, usually looking for nymphs. So you can open that box or what?
Maybe one day,
All right.
but not today.
Why don't you make a wisdom save and see?
Oh, 18.
All right. You feel the urge very strong, but it's gonna take meditation and time to attune to the object. So you're able to kind of overcome.
So he says I have to attune to it to open it. What happens if I just open it without attuning to
It
it?
won't open.
So I just won't be able to open it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's magically bound. Yeah.
Is there any benefit to having it in my possession without opening it?
No, it actually probably makes you a target.
Yeah, I've already been a target, so
Yeah.
that's normal.
You know, if Moloch gets this, he could essentially. No, what would have to do is someone would have to open it from this plane so he can return to this plane, because right now it's bound to wherever it was before. So I don't know who opened it previously. I know it was in the infernal plane on some higher tier, but I don't know who opened it to bring it back here. That's
Can
the
you?
mystery.
So it's bound to a certain level in the infernal plane. Can you change where it's bound?
Only if you move up or down the plane.
So it's where it was
like
last
here, if
open.
I climb a mountain and open it, that's where it'll be bound. If I go down to the Underdark and open it, that's where it'll be bound.
So it's bound where it was last open.
Exactly.
So if I open it here, it would be bound to this desert. And then go to the infernal plane. So wherever it was open last in the infernal plane is where it was bound.
Yep.
If I go to the infernal plane and I move within that realm and open it again, then it's bound to that last location.
That is correct.
Okay, that's kind of cool. All right. Well, Mominimo, you're definitely magnificent. And I'll walk away.
He sits down and starts pouting again. 3 days.
Well, I got some good information out of that.
So did us as players, not us as not our characters.
Yeah, that was really cool. It's actually perfect timing. I had to drop a massive poop. And then,
Like
then
and
I had-
subscribe for that one.
That's what happens when you get high.
and
And
I ran out of
get
toilet
loose.
paper. So then I had to run upstairs to get more toilet paper.
You see Moenimo sitting there. It's tough when you run out of toilet paper, isn't it?
It breaks the fourth wall.
He can scry into the real world. Or our plane.
Okay, anybody else doing anything?
Well, I would like to walk inside just to kind of explore the inside of this mouth, this maw of this creature. But I want to do it not with any intent of doing anything, just to Imhotep's just like walking in. I mean, he's high as a kite. I just have this like this imagining though that me and this shaman just kind of became friends, you know? And
He's kind of whittling and looks over like, still here?
Imhotep thinks he's heck his best friend, right? I mean, it's just like him and this giant. He doesn't even know his name, but man, he's just vibing with him. And he's whittling his own thing. Imhotep's whittling his own. So he pulls up, he shows it to him, looking for his recognition. You know, is this good? Is this good?
Did you make it yourself?
Yes, I've been doing this. I've been doing what you have told me. The hard object takes away from the soft object. As
We need to be
as I
careful with our
form,
wording there, because we're not taking away so much as displacing and moving the soft objects.
oh, so that's what I've been doing wrong. He
That's
throws
why
it in the corner.
That's why it looks like
Grabs
an
a new
axe
one.
beak instead of a dragon.
I throw that mine in the corner, and he looks over and he finds like a pile of them.
Firewood, good.
And he grabs another one. And
Do you know
Imhotep,
how difficult it is
we're
to find this wood
displaced.
in the middle of a desert?
I
No,
don't-
it's not. It's not that hard.
Imhotep, just hi.
You must displace, not take away. Just like us here, as our tribe, we were displaced. We are not taken away from our ancestors, only moved. You see? Yes.
I'm done, guys. I don't know. We can just head back to the town now if you guys are done.
Do you walk over to the cave? Does anybody try to go in
Yeah.
the cave?
Yeah.
There are two of the female giants kind of standing watching the cave. And as you walk over, they kind of eye you down. What are you doing? Dark one.
I grab the thing he gave me, and I just show it to him. I was like, "May I enter?"
She pulls one out. Bone worm. You must
Bone worm.
You must be one of us now, for you have received the gift of our ancients, the elders who make these relics. Bestow on us a piece of them, for it is passed down by those with much to those who are little. I mean, with little. And you are little. Yeah, that guy's always high. You can go in there, but I should probably tell you that it's kind of dangerous now. Let me pull up my notes so I can speak exactly what's going on in there. That's our original bone worm burial grounds. We were kicked out by a poisonous darkness that overtook it about only less than a year ago. Since then, we've been more of a nomadic tribe, walking the sands. And as our... Wait, no, it's been there much longer than that. Let me look at my other notes. It has to have been a couple of generations now. Don't have exact numbers. Many moons. A couple of generations have passed, and our strong numbers of about 100 are down to little more than 20. As we have to carry the burden of our dead with us. And we used to place them in these burial grounds here in the caves. And a sickness has befallen upon us. But so is our call to walk the sands. Go ahead and go in if you'd like. Just don't breathe
Okay,
the
yeah,
air.
cool. I put it in my bag. I go, "Don't breathe the air."
Yeah, just be careful. The dark air the fumes are poisonous. Yeah. Try to filter it.
I walk in. Is it really that bad?
It's stinky, sulfurous as you walk in. Let me pull up a map for you.
There's really only 20 of them?
Just over 20.
So when you say they go out, I mean, we saw like 10 of them when we first came through. So when you say that they leave and they come back, I mean, they're leaving, half the tribe is leaving.
Yeah.
Whoa. There goes our last female.
Basically, and the females are the fighters. You enter the cave mouth. I could just pull those who are not with you. And you can kind of smell a bit of sulfur as you go in.
Yeah, I'll keep moving. Just
You hear some rumblings in the distance.
like what kind of rumblings? Like breathing rumblings?
Like the mountain seems to be moving a little bit. I don't know which way you're going to go here, but...
I'm trying to pretend like I'm high as a kite right now.
Okay.
And am like kind of almost like what's the spice like? Is it a hallucinogen or is it like I'm smoking weed?
Yeah, it's like a relaxing, like just chill vibes.
Okay, cool. So I walk towards the sound.
Okay. You see some broken pieces here. You see like resting places for some of the giants. The cavern is 17, 20 feet tall. You see this massive stone like statue with intricate carvings. Similar to the make of those totems that you had seen that guy working.
Okay.
You see
As long as I'm taking damage, I'll keep walking through.
you see a dim light coming from the ceiling here, as there's almost this like kind of mossy stuff up on the ceiling.
I want to go look out the moss.
Okay.
That's all I do is look at it. All right, now we're gonna move on.
As you look at the moss, it reaches towards you.
Oh, dang. Harsh to my vibe, man.
Let me see if I have it here. For the first time in forever. It starts from a dim, like yellow light to flicker in and out and becoming more of a blue light as these mossy tendrils shoot down to grab you, and it's going to make a attack against you.
Oh boy.
9.
Yeah, oh boy. That misses.
Okay.
All right, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I disengage and run for my life.
Okay. It doesn't chase.
Yeah, I just run away from it. Yeah.
Kind of goes back to a yellow, dim light.
All right, and now I am going to leave the cave because that's harsh on my vibe, and I got a good hike. I just kind of walk out, and as I get to the ladies, the giants, and I walk out, and I kind of straighten my. I don't act like there's something's going on. I just kind of walk on. I was like, "Cool cave," and I gotta walk back.
Don't walk near the moss.
And like my back still turned to him. Could have told me that before I went in there. Keep on walking.
Nice to know beforehand.
I am not wearing armor. I went in there with
good thing
no
I rolled
armor,
low.
no weapons. Yeah, no armor, no weapons.
Okay. Vin, anything that you're doing? Just hanging out? You're muted if you're there. Carrie,
That
dolphin
Um,
form, swimming around,
Yeah, I think Carrie's swimming around and
piranha.
probably just a little bit pensive, meditative. You know, he's just by his personality. I think he's kind of just like takes things in his stride, but I think he's definitely these sites, as he can tell based on the reactions of like his compatriots here, like this is a beautiful area and like a really nice spot, and to him it's just like it's just not as vibrant or as lively as home, and it might be safer, maybe it's not as dangerous either, but I think that he's really reaffirmed in their decision. He's glad that they're keeping Monimo, and he's really hoping that he'll be able to figure out some kind of way to at least reopen the possibility of going home. He has some camaraderie with these people, and maybe he's starting to kind of be a little bit sucked into their mission. And he still has business here, but just to even know that there's a possibility of ever going home. So I think that's what he's thinking about.
Cool.
Sweet. Evening rolls around, and the scout group comes back, and Flay approaches. So, how long are you planning to stay here?
Isn't like you've overstayed your welcome.
The elders are happy to have you, of course. You don't
I
eat
think
much of our food. You're small, so it's not a problem at all.
Imhotep Kiss High kind of not there anymore. He's get off his high and realizing he's got to get back to business tomorrow eventually. Frey, we are very we appreciate your gracious hospitality. I do believe we will be on our way in the morning.
Okay, that's great. Would you mind going into the cave and finding out what the heck is causing all these poisonous fumes and why we can't go in there? I feel like every time we try to go in, the earth moves around us. New holes and caverns are dug, and it's a labyrinth. It becomes something new every time. And maybe whatever it is in there is angry with us, the spirits, possibly, for some reason. But since you're not one of us, maybe you'd be able to go in there and find out.
If we go in there and do this, is there any chance you guys will be able to help us fight this dragon? It totally seems fair. Maybe just one of you.
Have you ever ridden on a boat?
I've never been on a boat before. Funny story, we actually just kind of appeared here one day, many years ago during the times of trouble. Lots of things happened. We were almost taken from one place and brought here, and for the last century or more, this has been our home. Walked through plains, I suppose, but never on boat. I don't think it'd be very comfortable.
Or be a very big boat for you.
I will consider helping. I'm not signing one of those contracts, though.
That's all right.
We only ask for those to sign contracts looking at Monimo that may backstab us. But Frey and your people, are not afraid of backstab.
Okay. We'll tell you what. I will go on this boat. I will return the heart of Trinity. If you find out what's going on in that cave.
Sure.
Well, we have another couple of days before the boat's ready anyways, or maybe just one more day, but I'll be happy to go in there and take a look.
Okay.
All I ask is, in return, can I take some of this spice with us when we leave?
Absolutely. It's just sifted from the sands. It is a gift.
From Shad or Kai?
Yes,
That's-
it's shad. We call it shad here.
Yeah, Shad.
You get shaded when you smoke it.
Snap my fingers in front of you, Motep. Are you good enough to go in front of this into this cave right now?
I kind
I
of
hope,
look.
Imhotep, I just hope you don't plan on flying that carpet anytime soon while you're under the influence.
Oh,
It's worn off
that
enough.
morning,
It's warm enough.
that morning, Bo actually wanted to go back and check on the boat, so he took his rock and he flew.
Okay. That's how Bo's not here. Okay.
Works for me.
Oh, okay. So the boat won't leave without us because Bo is there. So if we're not back in time, Bo wouldn't allow the boat to leave without us. Okay, perfect. That gives us a reason to not have to worry about getting back to the boat.
Alright, let me go get my gear. Gotta get dressed and put armor on again. It's been nice not wearing that stuff.
It was indeed.
Yes, you all
Begin
look good in
donning
that
it.
mood. Not as good as our elders. You see them over there.
Doing like water bending.
6 foot dongs.
Do they still have those
Well,
hanging out?
how tall are these desert giants? Because like a hill giant's about 12, stone giant's about 15, fire giants and frost giants about 18, 19, and you got your cloud and your storm giants are like 25 to 30 feet.
Yeah, these are huge. Oof. They're I'd say probably like a little around the same size as a stone giant.
They're from 15 to 20 feet ish.
Mm-hmm.
3 to 4 times as tall as this. That's pretty big.
That's pretty big, right? It's basically a 3-story building. I mean,
Yeah,
Okay, maybe
her,
not 6 foot longs, but it's maybe 2 foot longs.
her falchion is like as big as one of you guys. It's big, two handed.
oh, easily, yeah.
Falchion. Okay.
Yeah, time to
Alright.
go spelunking again.
Yep, into the cave. Here we go, boys.
Moni was like,
Oh,
I'm
that's-
gonna stay out here.
Wait, where are we? I'm sorry. I was trying to deal with kids.
Oh, you're fine. They've asked us to go into their ancestral burial grounds and figure out why it's killing their people.
why
we're
the
going-
burial grounds are killing the giants?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
It's-
some kind of a
poison.
smoke,
Black smoke.
poison. Yeah.
And so as I can zoom all the way out and see it. No, I know that. I knew that. I was teasing.
You can only
Yeah,
see the
gotta-
lines, right? Or can you see
Yeah,
details?
just,
No.
just the-
it's just the lines.
Just the
Okay.
lines.
Okay, good.
I was
But
just
I-
teasing.
Yeah.
I can see it goes to a big area though.
left, right, up, down.
So I tell all you guys, avoid the light. It is moss that attacks. Just heads up.
Avoid the
Don't-
light.
Don't lick the mush lichen.
You see,
The lichen.
as you kind of come around the corner, you can see a light yellow glowing moss over here against the wall,
Hey.
kind of up in the ceiling.
Emotep, you want to pull out that lantern of yours that shows us invisibility things? So we make sure
Since-
nothing's.
Since you identified it, it's just sitting there like this.
Yeah. I pull the lantern out and I light it and I hook it onto my belt and I got a lantern hanging off of me right now.
That's
Just make sure
ominous.
nothing stinks.
So it is a lantern of revealing, and it gives off a 30-foot bright radius. In that 30-foot, it cannot be invisible, and then a 30-foot dim radius.
But it does not affect magical darkness, right?
It does not affect magical darkness. No.
Okay.
Magical darkness would just be this big plot of darkness that just. Is that my lantern?
Yep. I gotta put you in the middle of it. Wait, so it's 30 feet from a central point or from his square? So it'd be 30.
30-foot
from it.
radius. 30-foot radius of bright light. from the lantern, which lantern is on my hip.
So does the box of yours
30
count
foot,
as
30-foot radius, 30-foot radius. So it's a big radius.
Whoa, why is that? Oh, 55. Oh, I'm sorry. It's doing a diameter, not radius. Okay, that's better.
So 60 foot,
And
yeah.
then how do I do this? I go attach to the circle.
We just got to make sure we keep enough oil. It burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil.
Yeah, we'll pick some more up when we go back to town.
There you go.
Perfect. All right, we'll walk this way, Dennis. We're assuming everybody. I was move my guy, but everybody's like
We're
probably,
we're walking with you.
yeah, hugging this wall. We don't avoid the moss.
Come on, Kari, don't fall behind.
I'm just making sure I'm got all my spells prepared for today. There we go. That's good.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah. I was like, probably don't need water breathing right now, so let's just make sure we've
You're
got
just gonna
some
leave.
on there.
You're just gonna leave this lichen here, or we don't want
Yeah, there's no reason to have that. There's no reason to shoot the moss. I mean, just keep moving.
to.
Oh, wait a second. Is it like actually moss?
Yeah, it's actual moss. Yeah.
Okay.
That wants to eat you when you get close to it.
Just give me 1 sec here.
He's gonna speak with
Oh,
plants.
that is moss on
gonna
top
cast
of a
Speak with
pile of
Plants.
treasure.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants, maybe on the one that's a little bit deeper in here
Okay,
from my staff.
that's awesome.
3 charges. Yeah.
This, you notice that this darkness here doesn't go away.
Oh
Oh.
snap!
Well,
That's
this is
a-
the perfect plant to talk to then. So he takes his staff and just kind of touches the ground. Actually, I'm sorry. He touches himself appropriately. I'll add. And he looks at the plant and he says, "Hi there, friend. I'm sorry to be coming in here and disturbing you, but I do have a couple of questions if you have some time for me."
I don't understand your accent.
Well, just listen close and I'll talk slow. How about that?
I suppose I can try.
Well, just a quick question for you here.
Be a little bit quieter when you talk.
Well, that's just not gonna happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, a question for you. What's going on down here? What's with the darkness, and why are the giants not able to get in here?
The darkness is poisonous. Simply enough.
Well, yes, I knew that already. That's not what I asked. Asked what's to deal with it.
Gary, are you okay?
Hmm. It's just, does it just sound like a humming, a buzzing, something? But he looks at you and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just talking to Damas over here, just trying to get an idea of what's going on."
He kind of leans back. He's like leans over to Crimson. You thought I smoked too much of that spice.
I think we need to finish
You hear,
it out.
you hear kind of in the darkness a subtle. I would be quieter on your journey forward.
From him or
From the moss.
from the moss? Yeah.
I don't know
So you're
what it is. The darkness hides it.
Is it something that we could be able to avoid with stealth, or is it inevitable
I have
for
never
it to find
seen
us?
it or felt it. And then you see like a little bat fly by and tendril from the moss sucks it in.
Hey,
Delicious.
I just want to throw this out there since you knew you were gonna come in here and we heard that things were poisonous. Did you happen to prepare like delay poison or anything like that?
I don't think that I did, but
Retcon.
maybe I would have. Yeah.
Because I mean, we're already walking into a place where we've been told the giants told us it's poisonous. So, like any kind of all three of you, like delay poison or like remove curse or anything like that, it would
I
be
got
very.
protection from good and evil.
Oh, I have removed curse.
Yeah, I have protection from poison. So yeah.
What does
prepare
that work? How does that work? I've never
You
used that
touch a
spell.
creature, if it is poisoned, you neutralize the poison. If more than one poison afflicts the target, you neutralize one poison that you know is present, or neutralize one at random. For the duration, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned and has a resistance to poison damage. So for a
Only
second level
one person?
spell, pretty strong.
For only one person?
Yeah, but I have 3 second level spells and a pearl of power, so like, I could
Cool.
figure it out.
Oh,
And it doesn't scale. I can't like cast it at a higher level and have anything else happen, so. But yeah, that's a good call.
I don't
Just
know
gonna stand
anything
over here and
else.
watch the dark.
The darkness
Um,
just maintains, doesn't move.
I could cast Pass Without Trace, but like I feel like once we're in this thing's domain, I just don't know that that stealth is gonna make any difference for us.
Dennis, instead of
Is
preparing guiding bolt this morning, I am preparing lesser restoration.
Okay. You notice the darkness starts to move towards you a little bit.
I'd like to investigate the darkness to see if it's a magical darkness or if it's something that is made by a spell or something that's like part of a creature. I don't know how to explain that, but like
Okay.
if it's emanating out of a creature's being or if he's like cast it as a spell or whatever it is casted as a spell. So I will do it's probably Arcana, right?
You can use any kind of knowledge check that you think would make sense there.
Carrie will roll nature at the same time.
I'll roll investigation. Nat 20.
Nice.
It's definitely, both of you can tell, it's definitely a magical darkness. This is not something that you'd see even in the Underdark, right? This isn't just like absence of light. This is snuffing out light around it.
Great.
It's hard to say if it's anything. It's still moving towards you. It's hard to say if it's anything is permeating from a location or if it's being cast to the location. So
as it comes toward us, you see Vin.
Dennis, I can see into that darkness by 10 feet with my blind sight.
Okay.
So if there's anything right there on the edge, I can see it.
Okay.
You see Vin touch his holy symbol as he casts daylight.
Oh, nice.
What's the radius on?
It's a 60-foot diameter sphere.
That's better,
Radius.
'cause I was gonna
Radius.
cast-
60-foot radius.
Give me a.
Is it
sphere.
radius?
Yeah, it's a radius.
I was
it
gonna
is
cast Dispel
radius.
Magic, so that's way better.
Okay, let me do that real quick.
I'm trying to get back to this darkness piece and I can't because you're in the way. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, dude. Freaking love. So you put the daylight on my lantern?
No, it's on my holy symbol.
You can put it on any object. If you put it on the
I know.
lantern, then we have
It's gonna be
daylight and we
connected to
can't see. What?
But if what?
You're gonna connect
You
it
put
to
it
the
on the-
symbol, so it's gonna be on you.
Yeah, I will. Hold on.
I was just saying though. I mean, you can put it on yourself. That's fine. But put it on the lantern, then it's like centered, and the daylight follows around, and so no invisible creatures and daylight and everything else.
Yeah, but Vin's
You're
smart,
fine.
but
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. Put it on your. It's 60-foot radius. It's a massive circle.
it's huge. Okay. Let me do this, and then I'm going to attach it to Vin.
Daylight is such a powerful spell. I'm so glad you listened to my advice from last season, last episode.
Oh yes. Okay.
Goodbye, darkness, my old friend.
Goodbye, darkness.
This is awesome. Okay, when this happens, I'll just do this here, and you just hear,
Oh snap!
and you just hear this.
No.
Oh yeah! Oh
This
yeah!
is cool. Oh yeah.
What? Is that?
Does the daylight affect it?
You actually
Is it
look at it, and you don't see eyes on the creature.
Oh.
Ooh. Jinx.
Immediately
It has like
Arcana.
slits, but you don't see the eyes.
Immediately an Arcana check. I'm gonna roll it at advantage so you can see both dice. If it's a fiend or undead or fey, I take the higher roll. Like,
Okay.
does it roll like both? How does that work with advantage? No, it just does. Oh no, yeah. So first roll, Dennis, is my first roll. This is the one to take, and my second roll is if it's at advantage, if it's better. That sucked. +6, which is a 10. No, +10, +6. So it's a 10. And if I have advantage, because if it's a fey, fiend, or undead, it would be a nat 20.
Oh.
Naturally, of
We'll
course.
take the 4.
Yeah, that's how it takes.
Ah.
It's a 10. I rolled a 10. So do I know, is it a creature, like a beast, or is it some kind of magical monstrosity?
It is. I mean,
Like, I feel like I would know a creature type. That's it. Like, I would know that it's not a creature. I would know it's something
it
beyond
looks like some form of dragon.
Okay.
You just
Cave dragon.
you hear the roar again. What are you doing here?
A question.
Vin
is-
goes.
Oh, there you go. No, you go.
Vin
you go.
asks, "What are you doing here?"
My babies. I need to protect my babies. And then you see her like non-wings, her like little wingy things, and she like narrows down and then starts to like torque and twist and moves the earth underneath her, and almost as if the earth didn't move at all, she dives down into the earth.
Oh, she's got a burrow speed. Oh
Oh,
boy.
shoot.
Oh boy.
Spread out, spread out,
guys.
spread out, spread out, spread out. I'm gonna hug the wall.
Yeah.
You feel tremors beneath your feet.
Hold. Just holding my sword. Holding, waiting.
If we're not in initiative, I immediately poke my hand with my blood and I activate my crimson right. Now, and my lantern and my bow are bright light as I activate crimson right on my bow, and I take 1d6 damage. Hold on.
And she pops up from underneath you as you feel the
Gone
vibrations.
are 6 damage, of course.
Self-inflicted injuries are not cool, viewers, unless it is a blood right.
We do not condone this.
You see her sniffing the air around you. You're not one of them. Why are you here?
You mean the giants?
I smell them on you. You feel this tongue come out, Imhotep, as it starts to slither around you and taste. It has been washed off. But it was once all over you. Turns to Vin. You reek more. Did you ever wash in the water, Vin?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of licks you a little bit. What happened to them?
I'll let you take a lead, Vin. You start talking, Austin, so you can keep killing.
They're still here, and this is their holy burial site.
No. Not those. Not they. You look like them, but you're not one of them.
Oh.
Yonti.
The Yuan Ti.
You see like some smoke kind of rising, like this, not smoke, this gas kind of rising from her nostrils.
The Yuan Ti are
Yuan.
gone. They're gone. We've eliminated them.
Vin. This is the dragon that they pushed out. Where we just came from. That's its old lair. We just cleared its old lair.
Okay. Okay. It's okay. I don't know it. Okay.
I'm just sitting there like trying to like.
Like mouthing it like.
Vin, dragon, Yuki.
Okay. Keep going, Dennis.
Where did they go?
We killed them, and we eliminated the one that was housing or creating them.
From under the ground. Very slow walking, very fast tunneling.
Sorry.
magical burrowing that just doesn't create any
Let's
holes.
keep walking. I'm gonna keep an eye on this guy here.
My children, I brought them from there to protect them from them. You say
Well-
they are gone. Can you prove it?
Yes, we can. We can take you there.
No. It is a trap. I cannot trust by
Can I roll?
petals.
Can I roll
What-
animal handling
What
To-
do?
to convince it or to help mitigate this?
Well, I haven't even asked it yet. Hold on.
Okay.
What do we need to do to prove to you?
Evidence of their absence from my home.
Would our swords have the blood? Like, hold your sword out and see if it.
We
smell
we've
it.
cleaned them,
Well,
haven't we? Like, I
What
mean, I
about
cleaned
the-
all my
what
stuff
about-
in the water.
What about the
Yeah.
pink gem?
Ooh.
Because didn't that come from there?
Emotep, you have the pink stove that we took from him.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll bring out the scimitar from
But I don't know if we can see it,
the djinn, and I'll show. Oh, she doesn't have eyes, but I guess I can come up to her like this because she
You can
probably has
smell
blind
it.
sight.
Did you swim with
And,
that, Gem?
No, because it's the scimitar that the djinn gave us.
Do you mind? She takes it in her mouth. You hear it clicking around her teeth. Pops it back on the ground. You notice
very-
a
that's very
pile
audible.
of bones and items, but nothing of any value behind her. This came from the tricky speaker. One
Yes.
who
Yes.
spoke riddles and tricked me from my home. Is he dead?
He has been
I-
dealt with.
Yeah, I looked to you, Emotep, because Vin is a little bit more literal about things,
You
and I know that
speak
if I say
with
anything,
words that have no meaning, just like him. Is he dealt with? Is he dead?
No,
Should I kill you now?
he is our
If-
prisoner.
well, if you try to kill us, you'll risk the lives of your children.
Yeah. Okay, that's that.
They will not perish from my breath, but you will.
But if you do not succeed in killing us, they can perish by our blades.
Yes.
Or
But if you work
You-
with him, then why would I not
We-
risk it?
We only work with our giants, and wish to send you back to your home, and allow them to have their home.
The giants. Here, I'm gonna cut since you guys are out here now. Yes, these are their ancestors. Wanderers in a strange land. You see your teeth. Bring him
What
to
a creepy-
me.
That's why he didn't want to come here.
One of you.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
that makes sense.
One of you may leave. The others are collateral.
This is getting tricky, boys.
Who wants to go get him? If he'll come.
I think, well, Crimson, I don't mean to pry, but I did notice, you went off with him for quite some time yesterday and didn't come back, so maybe you ought to go get him.
I'll go get him.
When Crimson goes to get him, I'm gonna kind of walk over here and talk to him as he's leaving, and say, "Make a trick, make a plan. The Jinn is tricky. He can fake his own death." Under my breath, and so that this creature can't hear it.
Or you think you can hear it. So, since we're waiting for the trickster Jinn to return, what do we call you? You great creature that I've never witnessed before.
Your flattery might be appreciated by other dragons, but not by me.
That is not flattery, it's truth. I have never seen you, and I can see you have great power. That's purely it.
Some call me the plague, others call me Reaper Fang.
Can I just say that I was somehow missed that at 9th level I get a 5th level spell slot, and 5th level spells are very strong.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes,
Heard
the
that.
fifth level spells are, yeah.
I chose one, but there are some very, very, very powerful
Welcome,
spells.
welcome to fifth level spells. Like,
Yeah,
it's that it goes third level spells are powerful, fourth level spells are and fifth level spells are like, oh my gosh.
yeah, yeah. Wow.
Crimson,
Pretty cool.
as you go out, you see you see Moanimo.
Momo? Momo? Oh man, frick, I can't say your name.
I
Cry
should
it out
have
loud.
put any nicknames with the contract.
Hey,
I'm
you,
gonna regret
get over here.
all of this. Why?
You ever have?
What do you want?
We need you to come into this cave and deal with
no.
the dragon. Yeah, no, contract. You can't, by your actions or inaction, allow us to be harmed. You caused this dragon to come here. Now you need to help us get it out so we don't get hurt.
I think that we find ourselves in a double bind
Lawyered.
because can I hurt myself under this contract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It doesn't say anything about putting yourself in danger.
Just us.
You can't get us in danger.
He
You
floats.
can't.
All right, what's the plan here? What's our play?
Okay. So it probably wants to kill you. Let's just be honest.
So we got to kill it first.
I don't feel like fighting a.
Go for the eggs.
I mean,
she really likes the eggs.
I mean, you kind of caused this, so really it's an innocent. So I have a hard time killing innocent things. I mean, dragons are kind of a gray area.
She doesn't
but
know where you're at if you can fly.
Can you fake your death?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
I mean, so I mean, you obviously like loopholes, so let's find a loophole to make it think you killed you, but you're not dead.
That's not necessary. Let's just go talk to her. I'm sure it'll be fine. In the end, you guys are dragon slayers, right? You're gonna go kill this red dragon. Just kill her.
I mean, yeah, remember your actions. You can't provoke this thing to make it fight us, which will hurt us.
This is
Or
a
your
good point.
inaction.
The DM really appreciates you reiterating the contract because he was definitely gonna poke the dragon.
you can't get. Remember, your actions or inactions cannot put us in harm's way.
Can I pause for a second? I want to come over to Vin and ask if, or sorry, Carrie, because Vin's the one with the light. Ask Carrie. I am curious the relationship between Carrie. Would you mind stepping out as well? I am curious the relationship between the dragon and the giants. Are they do they live homogeneously, or are there's one invasive? And before we do much more with the dragon, I'd like to know the relationship here.
Yeah, I could happily go talk to him about that. Can I also just, before I leave, roll a knowledge nature, just to like see, like, does this thing prey on giants? Like, would I know? Can they just coexist?
He can't leave.
Why not?
Oh, it told us not. It told
'Cause it
us.
told
There's
us-
only one of.
Okay, so I'll just
yeah.
roll the knowledge nature.
I just
Unless
don't know this
when
dragon.
Crimson comes back, then he can go.
Natty 19 again.
You know that dragons and giants have always had some kind of,
Good call, Dennis.
oh my gosh,
Beef.
Beef Zony?
beef. Yeah, beef
Yes.
zombies.
Dude, way to bring that lore back in. Did you learn that lore from me in Tyranny of Dragons?
Well done.
I totally forgot about that little lore that I fed you guys back in Tyranny of Dragons campaign.
That's
Dragons
not to say-
and giants are mortal enemies.
That's not to say that this dragon is seeking out the giants as prey necessarily. You don't see any like dead giants in here specifically. From
But
what
I
you know, he hasn't been hunting them outside of this cave, or she hasn't been hunting them outside of this cave, and they don't even know the existence of this dragon. They just know the poisonous fumes coming from their burial grounds.
Oh, good
Got it.
point there. They have no idea this is a dragon causing this. So if she's been living in that ruin, the giants have no idea that she existed. Okay, perfect. Imhotep is good. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, and I think for Carrie's part, unless this creature attacks him, he's not. I mean, this is just like a creature of nature that is just trying to do its thing. So I don't think he's gonna want to open hostilities either.
With a 19 nature, does he know what kind of dragon, like the type of dragon it is, and its alignment lean?
It's a cave dragon. It's
That's what I said.
it's an extremely rare dragon that is usually found in the Underdark and deep places. Has tremor sense, blind sight, poison breath. It's a very unique and deadly species of dragon. And
touching my circle.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to just move the whole map, but the circle is the whole map.
don't touch me here. This is my no circle.
It's very big.
Yeah.
This species, because it is known to be more of an Underdark creature, generally leans a little bit more evil, just because it has to live amongst drow, illithids, some of the most dangerous and creepiest creatures on this material plane. So generally a bit more evil, but depending on, I'm not
Survival.
I'm not going to be hardcore leaning that all dragons are one way or another, but generally
right.
speaking, I'll say it's not like a chromatic dragon. This is a very different kind of species here that you're dealing with.
So it's a survival. It does what it needs to do to survive.
In this case, as a mother, it's less about just seeking out destruction as much as I need to make sure that these eggs are protected.
I want to clarify, when I talked to Crimson, I was whispering because I knew it could hear, because when when Carrie
This
was talking
moss.
to the moss, it kept saying "be
I'm
quiet."
talking however I like.
I
And I'll
it's
stand
not
by
gonna,
that
it's not gonna work
statement.
that way now.
All right.
That's
Stand
just
by that.
The moss
There-
that's how it's
speaks
going
out.
to be.
Carrie hears the moss. I told you to be quiet.
So that's why I whispered. Obviously, so
Okay.
they couldn't hear, but I knew because it wouldn't be able to hear.
Is animal handling even a functional role instead of like persuasion against against this creature?
It's kind of one of those things where it's more of a beast
Yeah.
Like
thing,
a physical.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause
it's a monster.
but
it's
being
intelligent.
fey, yeah,
Yeah.
being fey, you know, I think, yeah, that's a good point too. Animal handling is more of like a wisdom
Animals.
working with
Yeah.
like instincts.
Wait, it is Faye?
No,
Well, because
Carrie is.
if this thing is,
Oh,
we've
Carrie's-
already seen this is a creature that can reason. So the minute you have a creature that can reason, it can now be persuaded. It can be it itself
Itching
can
his
lie.
chin doesn't really
Yeah.
soothe it as much, you know.
Right.
I wish insight could be used to persuade, because Carrie's not very charismatic.
So to go back to the contract that we. So part of the contract is, so Momo Nemo must protect its own existence as long as he can protect himself as long as protection does not conflict with either hurting us by his action or inaction, and he can't disobey our order. So that was part of it, is he must obey our orders as long as it doesn't conflict
Yeah.
with hurting us, and he can protect himself as long as it doesn't. So those are the three stipulations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. You notice that she doesn't do anything. She senses. You can kind of see her head perk over. Your friend returns, but I don't sense that. There he is. I sense him now.
Wait, I smell him. I smell him.
Oh wait, oh he's there. He's there.
Nemo, you are dead to me.
Is Dennis gonna start speaking to himself now?
Inevitably.
Reaper, you're
Multiple
beautiful
personalities.
and radiant as ever. It's so good to see you. I know you can't see me, but I am smiling. You took my home. I'll give you one chance to tell me why I shouldn't kill you now. Well, I think I speak for all of us when I say that no one wants to smell your breath right now. We'd all die. One puff of your breath. Oh, powerful Reaper, who got her name from literally reaping lives with the power of her breath. And you see him uncross his legs and get to the ground. Look, I'm bound by these people. You can't see it because you're blind. But I have a contract. I have given my oath. And I can't provoke you to hurt them. And I frankly probably couldn't defend myself either, because it would make you hurt them more. So how about, instead of killing me, I did you a favor. They cleared out the Yuan-Ti. Your home is free. You can go back. You're welcome. I hate you so much. Is this true, human? She turns. What's up? Are they gone?
They are gone. We have killed them all.
You fey thing.
That's just rude.
You speak to plants. I hear your thoughts. Are they gone?
Well, yes, Turkon. We might have roughed up your home a little bit in the fight, but yeah, we cleared out all of them. You should be good to go there.
I appreciate your honesty. You bound by devil's blood on your life. Are they gone?
All those that came across were devised by our swords and our magic.
Are there bodies left there for me to feed you, scaled one of flame?
Yes. All that were slain are still there.
Delicious. Then I can leave this place and return there. Beware of Mortimo.
Oh,
He
just
speaks lies.
before you go, just one quick thing. You will be walking past some giants up there.
I
Would
will
it
be
be too much
tunneling.
trouble? Okay, that's all I needed to know. Just don't go causing any trouble.
Okay.
If I had eyes, they'd be rolling right now.
I told you guys it'd be all fine.
Never mind. I
With
told you guys
the
it was
with
Dick
the
Rabbit.
with the 25 nature I rolled earlier, is its breath weapon just nasty? Just like true death?
So like 10d8.
I'm guessing that's some kind of poison cloud effect.
60-foot cone, 16d6 poison damage.
Oh.
16d6.
She's an adult cave dragon.
Yeah.
Wow, they're pretty small, cave dragons.
Yeah, it's only huge size.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
You gotta tell him.
Packs a punch, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it does.
And
Look
then
at us
quite the punch.
diplomacy a dragon.
and bite attacks have poison damage as well. So, oh, cool! It's got rough spikes. So if you're within range of it, it can use its rough spikes as a reaction to cause damage to you.
Wow.
Oof.
That's cool.
Well,
oh, cool! Limb sweep. That's
yeah.
nice too.
Wow. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't fight this.
I think
Yeah, good thing we just
breath
opened
weapons
fire.
alone are just very
powerful.
powerful. Yeah.
Except for
I
mine.
love 5th edition breath weapons though, because you can't just use them over and over again. You roll a 1d6 and they recharge on a 5 or 6 depending on the dragon.
Yeah.
And that's such a cool mechanic.
Yeah,
Such a
so
cool
like
mechanic.
as opposed to Pathfinder where you roll to see how many rounds like what so if you roll once and you don't roll the 5 or the 6, you just roll that every round. Like you roll one round, you use the breath weapon, then you roll, you don't get
Yep.
a 5 or a 6, you can roll again the next round.
Yes, every round you
I
get to
see.
see if it
Okay.
recharges.
Got it.
But you
Yeah,
don't
top
get to
of the
use
round.
it the same round. Well, it depends on the dragon, but it depends on the word of the dragon. But I don't believe you can use it's because the top of their turn. So if you rolled a 6 at the top of their turn, you could use their breath weapon immediately.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So it could go strongly in the favor of players or very badly in the favor
Yeah.
of players.
You see her go over and collect her eggs. If I meet you again, I will feast on your flesh. And then she dives in.
Well, that wasn't very kind for helping her get.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of send off was that?
She was looking at Moenimo.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Oh, that was directed to you? Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh,
She
okay.
wasn't
That
really
makes
looking at him, but you can tell.
Okay.
She's like,
Because I think we made. Did we just make another friend? I mean, should we have asked her if she'd join us in the fight against our red dragon?
Doesn't sound like a high priority.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have done that.
Maybe we can lure the red dragon back to her lair and then they duke it out. That would be good.
Little poison breath on a red dragon. I mean,
Hey man, I'm 5th level. I'll just cast freaking Gesh on this red dragon and tell him that he has to go fight her.
watch out for those legendary resistances, though.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just say polymorph is not a prepared spell for me anymore.
All right. Well, I think we should just walk through the cave to make sure that she indeed was the only thing in here that was causing issues. But other than that, we can tell the giants that things are taken care of.
Do a quick sweep.
Quick sweep. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get this music back up. Something less ominous. Oh, gotta stop all the music. There you go.
Mormas, mas. What's this like sarcophagus thing that was
Oh, that
where the
looks
eggs
cool.
were?
That looks really cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
investigate it.
You're gonna open
You can.
an
I would.
ancestral sarcophagus.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna open it.
Vin, you can. I wouldn't
You
open
see him over there with a
anything.
little
These are-
hammer and just going, ting, 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 trying to get that gem
I'm
off.
not gonna.
Ting, ting,
I'm
ting.
not that stupid.
It
I
must
wanna-
have been the dragon.
I want to investigate it. I'll do a history check on it.
Must have been
Yeah.
the dragon.
For sure.
14.
You don't recognize it from the Sword Coast. Like it's a different make, different place.
Would I recognize it as something that Emotep might know because it's got kind of the same symbols that he has, or does it have the same
Possibly.
symbols that he has?
It looks up his alley. Like this whole adventure has been kind of up his alley.
Is it giant size? Like, do we
Yeah.
know it's okay? So then, yeah, it's definitely we should not touch it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Definitely
I'll check it
belongs.
out. Yeah, sure. I'll check
Yeah,
it out.
I'll look to Emotep. I'll call him over and say, "Hey, take a look at this."
Or any of them the markings or anything like that of hieroglyphic of markings of the ancient area of my homeland?
It looks akin to your homeland. Something that might be maybe not directly from your area, but regionally, but
Yeah.
somewhere along the deserts, bigger deserts than what you see here. This desert almost feels transplanted. And from
Right,
the story,
yeah.
from the story you heard earlier, like obviously this wasn't here before, a
Well, it makes
century
no
ago.
sense there's a desert on this island at all. Makes zero sense.
Well, that's what they said. They appeared one, back in the calamities or the
Yep.
whatever
And
wars.
the ruins looked way out of place too.
In the calamities, I mean, there's lots of things. That's a Chris knowledge. That's not a Memotep knowledge. No, that stuff. But.
The calamities.
Anyways, yes, this actually this looks similar to my people, though it looks much more ancient than Muharrad, as well as you can see the deflections in the writing that it is also some other language, but of the desert people of the Far East for sure. The similar characters and characteristics. So these giants were definitely brought via magic, of course, from far off east to land here. These giants are far from their home, and sadly, it seems that they will die on an island, lost, forgotten, unable to get back to their roots. It's really a very very sad story of these ancient people, their history, and who they are. Like, I mean, for all we know, their traditions that they currently follow have nothing to do with their traditions originally, because things have been lost from, I can only imagine that they have lost other writings and other ancestral locations. It is really quite a sad thing to behold these very, honestly, very kind people. And we know that when we leave, they will die. I mean, they will. I don't think they'll exist.
So one thing,
Yeah.
then I want you to roll religion check with advantage, Emotep knowledge check, whatever it is with advantage.
Come on. It's still 14.
Okay, that's not bad.
24.
There you go.
You notice on the sarcophagus is a glyph of carving of a scale. and
Like the balancing scale.
like a balancing scale, which is a symbol that is used for the Lord of the Dead, the Judge of the Damned,
Kevlamore, yeah.
Kelevmore.
Yeah. Well, Emo doesn't know that, but yeah, Chris knows that.
Master of the Crystal Spire. And this god that they worship, this Tarask, must be some kind of avatar or some kind of balance of life. And is
Cool.
so that's kind of, and Kalimvor was killed by the mortal Cyric.
Well, so Dennis, I appreciate the lore. I don't think Imhotep knows any of this.
But
Wait, this has to do with me.
but
This
Vin
has been-
Oh, Vin knows
Cyric.
this. Okay.
Vin knows Cyric.
Yes.
Cyric is the one who killed
With his sentient
was it
sword.
Godsbane with Godsbane, yeah.
As you are looking at this sarcophagus, you bless you.
Thank you.
Salute. You are
Bless you.
you feel different than the power that was in the sword, but you feel a similar draw to whatever being is inside of the sarcophagus.
Ooh.
What do I pick up with my Arcana check? Not knowing anything about the Sword Coast gods, by the way.
What was your check? Your Arcana was a 25 or whatever?
24.
The gem on the sarcophagus itself, just the intricate carvings. This must be someone very important, and it seems to be sealed with magic.
Okay. While interesting, Imhotep has zero desire. I mean, maybe Vin does, but Imhotep has zero desire to open this up or touch it, or even tell to tell the giants anything about what they discovered, because, well, I mean, these people are already basically going to go extinct. Why make them confused and question the belief in which they have been living on? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Let them live in peace. So.
I explain what I feel to Imhotep about the. So you said that Cyric killed. Which god? The balance god,
Kalimvor, yeah.
Yeah, Kalimvor.
Kalimvor.
Mhm.
So I relay that information to Imhotep, and I say, something inside me wants to speak with the creature within.
Why don't
Whether-
we, instead of touching the sarcophagus in the burial ground of our hosts, invite Ray to join us and ask her what she knows of this?
Oh, very good idea.
You guys go and bring Flay, and she brings some of the elder shamans of the tribe, and you all gather around this sarcophagus, and they start doing a different dance than what you'd seen before. And
So instead of this
giants,
one?
yeah, instead of this one, it's more of like a this kind.
This,
And
okay, all right.
the giants come in and all reverentially bow as this is being performed. They offer a bowl of incenses and smokes to Yuvin, and kind of nod their head and say, "Inhale." And then to Flay. And then himself. And you're taken away into a vision.
Ooh.
The
See, Vin's
gem
eyes roll
on
back in the back of his head.
sarcophagus the gem on the sarcophagus starts to light up, and a depiction of this vision is splayed on the roof of the cavern for all to see. So you can all participate. It's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. A little PowerPoint.
And from Vlay says, as the saviors of our ancestral burial ground, we offer you this vision so you can see more of our past.
What was the god? I'm sorry.
Kalimvor.
Kelemvor?
Kelevomor, right?
EMVOR. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelemvor.
Mm-hmm.
Kelemvor. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, continue.
The
And
god
then-
of the dead. He's like the lawful, neutral god of the dead.
Then the shaman puts the bowl down and puts his hands out, and his eyes start glowing so everyone can see except for those who are in the vision. And from his voice, death is but part of life. Fear it not, evade it not, and view it not as evil. To fear death delivers you into the hands of those who can bring death down upon you. Die with dignity, neither raging nor seeking to embrace undeath. Do honor to the dead, for their strivings in life brought Faerun to where it is now. And to forget them is to forget also where we are now. And why? What do you seek of me, Dragonborn?
I seek knowledge of Cyric.
His head goes back. You see a sword cutting him down upon this massive black tower, and his body falls. At the end, his cape, his armor of mail, and his sword that he had next to him is empty. No body inside of it. And then you see a bright light, like the morning lord himself. Lathander comes to you with his arms open. In balance, the undeath, those who were able to defy it. And you see rise next to Lathander, Kelemvor. Although Cyric sought to destroy me, he failed, but he still seeks to take more. He still stands in that plane, upon that tower, in his throne, and only there can he be killed.
Ooh.
You have one more question.
What do you know of these shards that we have and have been encountering along our path?
You see in the scale on one side, an opaque. No, you see a black shard. I believe is the one that the Cyric had. A black shard, and you see on the other one an opaque shard, and you see the scales weighing. Shards are pieces of gods, left here after the times of trouble, when avatars walked on the earth. These shards do not oppose but balance. If these shards were to be taken up, then the great power would unbalance the scales, and all would be lost. The vision starts to go away. The smoke clears from the room. The vision on the cavern wall disappears, and you're back in the middle of the cavern.
Cool. Did everybody hear and see me do that?
Mhm. Yeah, we see it. You see it much. He's got popcorn.
Dope.
That's his message to his charge to his
His followers.
novitiates. Yeah, to his followers basically.
Cool.
Elevor is really cool god. He was introduced after the Sundering of the gods, and like it's interesting because in the Forgotten Realms lore, all the gods of the dead before Kelemvor are evil gods. Like they love like undead. They're evil. They're murderers. And then Kelemvor is the first god of the undead, of the dead, who actually hates undead.
It's very interesting that Lathander came and stood next to him too. Like that made me like trust Kelemvor even more and what he was saying, that he was actually a neutral god.
Yeah. I mean, Dennis can say it different, but Kelemvor is not a mysterious god of the Forgotten Realm of the Sword Coast. Like he is like everybody, when someone dies, you pray to Kelemvor. I mean, he's the god of the dead.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Like,
Thank
could you
you.
imagine? It's so interesting because could you imagine like Cyric used to be the god of the dead, and so when your dead ones, your loved ones died, that's who you prayed to, and you
Yeah.
didn't pray that he would guide them. You prayed that he wouldn't, like, that you
He
would
would spare
that he
them.
would, well, that he would release their spirits from the wall of the dead, because he created a wall that he would push all the bodies into this wall of the dead, where he trapped all the souls to gain more power. And so you could imagine losing your loved ones and like praying to him that their bodies, their souls wouldn't be trapped in the wall. Like that's such a bleak existence.
Yeah, crazy.
Did I recognize the large black tower?
It's similar to the one that you'd seen before. If you remember,
From my Black Dragon vision?
yes.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I wonder if Cyric took the form of a black dragon. Anyways, that's an Austin thought.
You feel the cave rumbling underneath you, and all of the giants bow down immediately, and you hear them like kind of giving the reverential chant. The bone worm is pleased. We are back in our grounds. Thank you. Thank you.
And I kind of bow to the shaman and like give my respects as like appreciation of the information he allowed me to see.
You are
Thank you,
welcome
sir.
among us whenever you wish. Not in
I
this
consider
cave,
that
but you can
I
always
consider
come
this
to our
vision
lake.
I consider this vision a great gift.
It is given by our bone worm. Okay, with that, they go back to their kind of cleaning up the place. You notice that the room itself is quite a mess. It sounds like basically this creature would move the earth within this tomb, within these burial grounds, and things have been covered, things have been broken, and so they're kind of just going through and fixing and cleaning things up as they go and digging.
Cool.
Dope.
Mo and Nemo is just kind of waiting outside. So, was it worth it?
Yep.
I'd say so,
Absolutely.
yes.
Great. Well, let's go free me. If you don't mind. As much as I love blind dragons, let's go a big dragon.
So
I'm
okay,
pretty sure our contract says that we don't have to obey you, but that's cool.
Yeah, it does.
so we as we're walking back to the dunes and back to the town to our ship, I want to start a discussion real quick with you guys. So based on what I have learned in that discussion with your god there, then it sounds as if the shards themselves are actually not bad, and that it's like that is just basically who is in possession of the shard. That is the like any object, it is the wielder of the object.
I
Would you
think
guys
that
agree with me?
I think that the vision that we saw was showing that if the shards begin to combine and overwhelm, like if a lot of them start to reanimate old gods, that can throw off the balance of
Right, but I mean,
our world.
what I mean is like if you're in possession of a shard,
Hmm.
and that shard is a possession of a deity that is not bad, or in the possession of a person who is not bad, then it itself is not bad. Correct? I mean, that's the way I interpret it.
I wouldn't consider it bad or good. I would consider it in terms of balance of power. The shards themselves are not nearly as powerful as if they were used to bring back the gods that they represent. They still contain power, and they are balanced as shards themselves. They cannot throw off the balance of power within this world. But once they are used to bring back those gods are then more powerful than those shards.
And whether or not they're gods of evil or gods of good, it's still a disruption to the balance.
I think you guys are missing the point. He pulls out his necklace. I have a shard, obviously.
Hmm.
And I can use it and not be in fear of something evil happening because I himself,
Correct.
myself, is not in. Will not use it to kill somebody unless they deserve it, and then in which case I will kill somebody.
I think you've killed a lot of people. So I guess it's just a matter of perspective.
I mean, the shards are not sentient. Therefore,
I guess what I'm saying is, it seemed as if you had a level of mystique and fear of every shard that you have come across. Like that other one, the orange one that you saw in Carter's possession and in the Silver Shield estate. All of you were very interested in that shard and were very fearful of it. But I don't think we have the fear of the shards, just fear the people with the shards.
I see what you're saying, or the result there that they may bring forward as well.
Yes,
I think that we were more afraid that those shards contain the magic specifically of those evil beings and therefore were inherently evil. Now, that might be the case, but I don't think that that is reason to fear the shards.
Yes. Well, I mean, it is still curious if the shards have some power over the free will of us that use them. But that is, I don't know.
Maybe we'll find out some other time.
But I feel I trust you all more now as we have encountered death multiple times. That I wish to tell you that the new powers that I have found myself are not from that of my order of the hunters of Muhurwad. I have discovered instead they are coming from this shard, and that I have used the powers of the shard to help us and aid us in combat.
I see why you are trying to convince us that they're not evil.
What it is, but it's up until now I was unaware that this shard was what it is until the battle with Mumanimo, and it began to become a light and hum and whisper and begin to inflect itself. And
Now-
that is when I was able to put multiple together and realize that I was carrying a shard upon me.
Now, Vin would like to give a warning to Imhotep because we encountered two shards of the same color and have brought them together, and that inherently is more powerful, but the more shards we bring together of the same kind, the higher the power, therefore the higher the chance that we will be followed, because that is what brings back those gods.
But
Or
I
sought
am
out.
curious. I am curious of the power of the shard. I have had this shard around my neck, but have had no one hunt me for it.
It may be that the knowledge of that shard hasn't
Or,
come to
or-
your land.
or the person who had it before me knew of it.
Potentially. Who had it before
Knows
you?
it. Well, this is one of the reasons I have fled Muharar.
Oh.
As you may know, my mother and I fled Muharar because my master wanted me to hunt things and do things that I wished not to do. And being in my order and the slavery which we have and the bound we had in the land, I had nothing but to follow these commands. But I fought for my freedom and left. And while fleeing, I took with me a trinket.
Do you know where it came from?
I know that my former master was experimenting with the shard as well as the unk that the shard is placed in. And he was using very vital means as discovering the patterns of the shard. One of the things, and he takes a deep breath and he looks at Kyrie. And he swallows and he looks at Kyrie and goes like, "Please know, I am sorry." And that is why I have left Muharar, my homeland, all my friends and my other family. I turn back to Vin, who I'm talking with. I was a specialty hunter in fey creatures.
Was that forced
And-
upon by your master?
Yes. It was either hunt the fey creatures that he assigned, or my mother's death.
Oh,
Well, did you
Very.
ever get the better of any of my kind?
Sadly, on many occasions.
Well, I
It-
suppose that
It was actually, Kari, it was actually your kind that's the reason I left. It was on a riverbank, my final hunt for my master, and I killed the most majestic creature I'd ever hunted. Did not deserve to die, but it looked at me and let me kill it. Because it knew if I did not kill it, I and my mother would surely die if I had not killed it. So it bowed its head to me. Oh my gosh, my eyes. Sorry guys, look at the screen as I'm talking and my
Chris
eyes
is
are watering.
crying, guys. Chris is crying.
And I
killed it.
it bowed its head to me and allowed me to kill it in a way of preserving my life. That majestic creature, a unicorn, gave its life that I might have mine. And on the banks of the river, as I contemplated my life choices, it was actually your kind, Kari, that spared my life, telling me that the unicorn would have not had let me kill it if it did not see something within me that could change. It was that very next day that I stowed away in the night, my mother and I, taking with me the Unk and the Shard, and fled, where I met Crimson in Coromir, and then from Coromir to Baldur's Gate, where I became a monster hunter. The only thing I have left to do, I know what to do, is kill monsters. That's what I was bred for, what I was taught.
Well, Imhotep, I thank you for your honesty. I think that explains a lot about the weird look she gave me right when we first met. Because I realized with a plus, with a +9 to insight, I think Carrie definitely would have picked up on the weird vibes.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
he's like, I can't
Humans.
pretend it's something that I'm pleased to hear about. But as far as I'm concerned, if the scales of nature weighed you and found you to be on the side of good, and if some of my people allowed you to move on, and it seems as though you've devoted your life to making up for what you've done, I can't fault you for it. We all have to do what we have to do to survive.
And I look to Imhotep and I say, that was very brave of you and kind of you to share that with us. I appreciate that.
Well, I think you're the only ones that know the story.
Which is part of the reason why you have not been hunted for that shard. No one knows that you took it.
But my master, this is what I'm confused. My master would find these creatures through magic. And he could locate objects which he had me procure for him through magic. So why not just do the same thing for my uncle? And peer into his glass and find me.
Well, it may be that he had other shards of the same kind that you did not know of.
This is a mystery. I do not know why my mother and I were able to escape so easily.
Or he could be following you and we haven't encountered him yet.
Or it has been well over a year. And you would think at this point he would have found me. I don't know. He's a very powerful man. I am very, very confused why I am still here, and I have not found any of his other hunters, and the inquisitors of Muhorod hunting me as a betrayer of the hunter's oath.
It could be that he has mortal enemies along the Sword Coast and does not want to be here either.
I don't. It is.
Who knows?
It is. Who knows? Though I am very curious, and I take the other crystal shard, the pink one, and I want to touch the crystal shards to us.
Ooh.
Ching.
Okay, I was curious.
Do you hold them together?
Yeah, I'll hold them. Yeah, I want to see if they can bind, become more powerful.
You notice as you do this, Crimson, when you watched Moanimo show you how he can shape the shards and stuff, you see these two shards in a similar way shape as a light bursts from them, and you have one larger shard now instead of two.
Cool.
Like I said, we should be careful. Because
So when you say one, it's like they become one, but is it still set within the Ankh?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's cool. It sits there. It's chill.
Shape it bigger.
It shapes and kind of like maybe like wraps a little bit like around in the. Yeah.
Or maybe like projects out,
Now
Yeah.
it's got a spike now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't chest bump anybody.
Well, if Memo Nemo could like shape it, I almost feel like it'd be kind of cool as I'm doing this. It's almost like it takes a shape that I'm thinking of. Like not like I'm not that I know that I'm doing it,
Or like
but
it
it just
fills
does.
in parts of the Ankh that.
Yeah, but like
It
it's
takes
like
the
not
shape
that.
of one of the giant's penises.
Well, I'm thinking.
you're thinking about Moose.
Because he's thinking about that.
No. What I'm thinking about, I just got done telling the story to you guys about a unicorn.
Oh yeah.
So the powerful thought and image and memory as this happens is this unicorn. I'm thinking, unbeknownst to Imhotep that this would happen, that a shape of a unicorn is like 3D unicorn. It comes off the shard. You see what I'm saying?
Like the head of it comes
Yeah,
off.
like it's like protruding off the shard
Yeah.
now.
That's cool.
And you're like, dang it.
Moanimo's
That's a
like,
constant reminder.
Moanimo's like, did you call me Nemo?
No, Momo Nemo.
Mua?
I can say Mua.
Don't.
Mua what?
More Nemo.
Momo Nemo.
Don't try this. You think you're clever.
Does anybody else have anything as you guys are walking back to the city?
Have we
Dennis.
figured out?
Oh, sorry. Go.
Have we figured out the gods linked to the certain colors? Because I know Moloch is after red, Thor is for the yellow one, but now we have pink. We've seen orange.
Yeah, there was a whole
Blue.
book that we had at the temple.
Yeah, that's the book at the temple. Then
did
you?
Well, yeah.
Do
Who
you
had
have
that? Who's the
li-
pink?
You were gonna give us the list,
A
weren't you?
list.
Eventually. You know,
Yeah.
red is Asmodeus now.
Dennis is like, I haven't done that yet.
Oops. He's like, oops.
It's on the list. I had to create 5 different settings in case you guys did something different today.
Dennis,
Trying to think of
I don't know what you planned on for the pink, but the fact there's a unicorn involved, I
Miliki,
think you
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. Miliki, and then I think orange. I'll have to look into orange a little bit more.
That would
You guys
actually
know who-
be. That would
Do you
be.
know who
That would
Maliki
like
is?
mesh with the story because of like
Dritz.
fake creatures and
Mm.
that he had you hunting.
Who, me?
Yeah,
The last one
that
I
would
picked
mesh
pink.
with the storyline.
Pink
Yeah.
is like the Fae, and then I picked pink because it's like the desert.
Dritz
Pink
was
sand.
a follower of Miliki.
Yeah. Miliki is the ranger druid god
Mm-hmm.
that is now dead. Like she no longer is a god anymore in the modern 5e.
I'll get a list of gods and their colored charts next time. So
Just out of curiosity,
anything
Dennis,
else as you guys walk
does
into
a power of the shard unlock, Dennis?
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? No.
Okay, um,
You need one more.
oh, okay, cool.
It's odd numbers like any other game that you play. Come on, guys.
Oh,
3, 5, 7.
no,
Come on.
I was more joking because the last power that unlocks is a pretty darn good power. So I figured it wouldn't unlock. So
Carrie, anything
Yeah,
else?
you
where
gotta summon a
get back to
god.
the city?
No kidding.
oh, I guess I didn't think about that. No, there's another power I had in mind. It's
No.
a plane shift.
No, I think he's, I don't think he's like mad at Imhotep, but I do think that it is another reminder of just like more of his people and the place that he came from and the forays that they've taken into this plane, seeming almost never to be beneficial. You know what I mean? He's kind of wishing that they just never even came here. But yeah.
Crimson.
Can I take out the locket? Because seeing what Imhotep did with the shard, I want to not necessarily see, but what that can do with. You said it's just infused with dust.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, like the shard dust was formed into like a kind of ribbon that was laced in.
The ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can change the locket of hair to a symbol. Like, look at my holy symbol and see if I can't combine.
As you take the lock of hair and you start to play with that red kind of ribbon that inside of it, you notice that you can form it to be harder and softer and to mold it based on your will as you put your willpower into it, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Who is your god?
I don't have one.
So what is the holy symbol of?
So my holy symbol is just like runes of vengeance. So like just basically power.
Okay.
It's just like swords, cross, things that I found that are powerful to be.
Okay, cool. Because paladins don't need to have a god. It's an oath. Yeah.
Yeah. So as being a
the reason why I was
vengeance,
asking is because I was like, if your holy symbol is like to Lathander and you're taking Osmodeus gem and you're combining the two.
No, so the things that what I'm thinking of, because the things that it's whatever I find is powerful, right? And my whole goal is power. and take. So that's why I carry the locket from Alora, is because she was a very powerful royal that used her power, and I saw that. So I'm gonna see if I can take that and almost fuse it with like the sword and shield that I find, and put like a feminine symbol into it with her.
I like it. I'll send you an unlocked power. Powers of the shards. Okay. With that, you guys arrive back to the city of Mintarn. And we will see what becomes of the group and where they go and how they feel next time. So,
Can Memomino disguise himself?
sure.
So, just want to put out there, before we walk in the city, he probably should not be red.
Yeah, he can't indirectly cause any harm on you guys. And we're
Yes.
walking around in his normal form, that might happen.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, he is walking on the ground, feet on the ground. He's not hovering.
And probably just
He takes the form of a really tall, because he's a large creature, of a really tall humanoid.
okay, cool. By the
And
way,
he's
okay, are we
ugly.
done? Are we done?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
There it
Fun.
is.
There it is. We didn't have the intro music.
Strobe lights.
Oh, here comes the strobe lights. Come on, Shane. Oh, you missed it.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.